with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Right then, good evening, everybody. Was going to say good night, but welcome along to the next 3 hours. Unfortunately, you're going to have to put up with me. We're doing the graveyard shift as for some of it. There's hardly anyone on. So you got myself, Jess Ball. Last time I was on was at 1 p.m. My PC died, unfortunately, so I couldn't end it. And I was going to say when I was on, but I couldn't. But now I'm here anyway. I am joined for the next 2 hours by the lovely Omi, who was joined by Josh earlier. Omi, how are you doing?
Hello, Jess. Doing very, very well. Looking forward to this race that's about to happen. We don't know the circuit yet, so going to be interesting to find that out.
And I know some of you are too keen to find out the track, so before we talk about the drivers, we may as well reveal the track so they can get this lobby underway. So,
let's do it.
Let's do it. So these are the tracks we've got left. We've got Bahrain, Qatar, Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Abu Dhabi, and Mexico. And to spice up the tension a little bit more, Omi, what track would you want to see get rolled?
I'd love to see Qatar, definitely. As
Same.
well, Yeah, I definitely really want Qatar, so I'm hoping that we get that, but we could get really any.
Well,
I
I
wouldn't be too
think both.
disappointed though.
I think
If
both.
we
I
do
think
get
both
any
of us
from the
want
list.
Qatar, so I don't think
Yeah.
Qatar's going to happen now.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. But to be honest, from that list, I wouldn't be too mad about any of them.
Yeah, they're good
Really.
tracks. They're really good tracks that we got left. I don't think any of them are boring in a way. I think they'll be coming to good action. But we got every single driver in the lobby, which is good timing, which means it's spinning the wheel time. Omi, are you ready? And most importantly, is chat ready?
Well, I'm ready. Well, let's see now. Chat, make some noise. Let's get ready.
I think
this one?
you can see chat, not me, because I've got like one window.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've got chat open for this
Yeah.
one as well.
Ah, screw it. They're keen to start. Let's spin the wheel. The random track for round whatever is...
I hear some noise.
Oh, it is Spa-Francorchamps.
Ooh.
So Spa-Francorchamps is
Interesting.
going to be the track for race 12. Naomi, that's a track I raced in on Tuesday. That didn't go very well. But what are your thoughts about Belgium?
Yeah, definitely a really, really good circuit. A lot of different challenging corners as well. So yeah, I think we're going to be in for a very good race. Let's see then how it's going to all play out. Looking forward to this qualifying. I think will also be, it is a long circuit, but I think the gaps will still be close, and hopefully still the racing I think will also be close as well. So cannot wait for it to get underway.
Yes, we are getting underway now, but let us reveal who is racing in Belgium. So we got Kuba for ABS Racing Team, we got Antonio for Cone Racing Team, we got Red Arrow for Context of Speed, Jays for Context of Speed Esports, Funky Chicken for CSL, Shazoo Tom for EMM, I'm not going to pronounce the full name, I'm sorry. We got Khalifa for ERT, PW Jones for Esports Wales, Jacob for XL, Tiger Hardy for Greenfly Racing, Sieb for IRT, NLR Esports with Noof, Primos for QBR, Sweet Crown for Relentless, Jan for Thomas and Sim Racing, Team Hamburger is Ewan, Selly is Team NXX, Team Speed Esports is Speed Knighton, we got Matthias Romer for Velocity Esports Racing, and X Esports we got X Finley 2006. Now, it's kind of like a battle, I would say, between the likes of EMM, NXX, and we've got Greenfly Racing in there as well, Thomas Engine Racing, but we've seen in previous 24-hour events that the order could just change like that. No double points, Omi, and the team that's starting at the back for this race will be Velocity Esports Racing, so they're not allowed to say a qualifying lap. If they do, they'll get disqualified. But yeah, we got some good lineup, of course, coming up, and I'm excited.
Yep, definitely. Toffer is I think how we say it in the live chat, saying short lap count will make the two-stop interesting as well. So yeah, definitely will as well. Two stops mandatory as it is in every single race. Me and Jess know a lot about it, as we obviously do one hub commentary this season. But we have the countdown. We don't have it for the race, but we do have it for one-shot qualifying, as you've probably learned by now. So we know when one-shot qualifying is getting underway.
Yes, we are going to go on board with, I think it's NLR Noob, as he heads towards La Source. Good opportunity to overtake, as you can use the slipstream to your advantage through here in La Source. Heading towards the most famous and most challenging part of this track, El Rouge and Radion. It's a steep uphill left, right, left combination. You have to keep the car as smooth and stable as you possibly can. Then you're going to be heading towards the Camel Straight. You can benefit a lot through here. You can be careful not to lose the rear end of the car as you head towards Lacombe, which is a tricky chicane, a right, left, right sequence as you then head towards Normandy, which is another fast right-hander that leads to a downhill section of Rivard and Brussels, which is quite understeery at times, as I found out on Tuesday. Oh, is that an invalidation? I'll double check. Hang on. No, it's no invalidation of the Ed3 no-name. That is a surprise. Heading towards Piron, most challenging corners on the track. A lot of aerodynamic grip is required through there. Heading towards Campus and through Fagnis, another chicane, which is a left-right sequence. Brake late and aim for the first apex. Now heading towards Stavolo, which is a fast right-hander, which leads to another long straight. And now the farthest corner on the track where the drivers require the most power. Launch them more. Take it through 8th gear. You're going to be gaining a lot of ERS through here. But this one, we see a lot of spectacular and nasty crashes if they don't get it right. Noof is doing very well at the moment as he heads towards the bus stop chicane. Don't ask me why they call it bus stop. They just did. And up to the line, Noof goes, and it's going to be a 1:41.466. And Selly is on pole for today's random track, aka the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yeah, absolutely. So great lap from all of the drivers there as well. So very close, 17 thousandths of a second at the end. Exactly what we like to see around the longest track that is in the game, of course, and obviously on the real life F1 calendar.
Yes, so let us run through your order then for the one-shot qualifiers. We got Self NXX in first, Greenfly Racing in second, we got Thomas Racing in third with Jane Trikov, we got Primos in fourth, Noof Penela in fifth, and no, Jane is, and then we got Ewan in sixth, Sweet Crown in seventh, Jay's in eighth, Cooper in ninth, we got PW Jones in 10th, VRT Khalifa in 11th, we got Red Arrow in 12th, Funky Chicken in 13th. Those are the only ones that set laps. And then we got Matthias Finley, J. Cole, Tut, and the rest of the order we did not see because it did not appear on our screen. So, there we go. That is the qualifying order. Obviously, no rain for this race because it's clear. We got some rat races coming up later. That's quite early on in the morning, about 8 in the morning actually as well. First race around this circuit was back in 1950. And I can't remember who won that one exactly, but it used to be 14.9 kilometers. But the track was redeveloped in 1979, and all the new circuits only half the original length. It's still the longest on the F1 calendar. Quite a few crashes around here, including Jackie Stewart back in 1966. Ayrton Senna won 4 races in a row around here as well between 1988 and 1991. And obviously there were a few changes in real life that has been replicated on the F1 game. So should be interesting there. What are your predictions going into this one, Amy?
I think we're going to have a battle all the way till the end. Really interesting, and really interesting with the strategy as well. So I think we're going to get a lot of battles going all the way till the end, and a lot of battles. An action-packed race, I think, is what we're going to be getting around this circuit, with hopefully most of the drivers being able to keep it clean as well.
Yes, and luckily there's no safety cars. A quick reminder, no formation lap, no red flags, no safety car. It's a mandatory 2-stop race. No double points being used in this race, which I'm not surprised because they don't want to really chance it with this random track. And if they don't do their 2 stops, they will get disqualified, as the 5 red lights are coming up on your screens at the moment for the third random race. And we are go. Selly gets a good start from Tiger Hardy as they head towards last source. We'll see how everyone does in the background as well. But looks like they all get away A-OK. No one has won wide too much, but El Rouge is going to be the tricky one. Coming up at the moment, Primoz Miklicic is trying to get past Jan Tritkov as they head towards the Kemmel Straight. It's a good run as he heads through there as well. They're going to burn quite a bit of ERS to do so, but we've got Tiger Hardy trying to go down the inside through the Kemmel Straight. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 wide even. Reminder that it is a charity event, not a league race, so hopefully these drivers won't be taking it too seriously. As Primoz Miklicic gets past Jan Tritkov. Well, nice move there. It was a big of a tank slapper from some people. Sweet Crown tries to potentially go around the outside through Rivage. Oh, as there's a big pile up in towards Brussels as he goes to the back. Sweet Crown, unfortunately, has not had the best of starts, unfortunately, but Selly and Tiger Hardy doing a great job up front.
Yeah, absolutely not the start that Sweet Crown wanted there, spinning to the back of the field. It was really, really getting close, though, on that opening lap. We were running 4 wide, 5 wide, as you said momentarily, with all of the drivers all trying to fight for one piece of tarmac there as well. So definitely was really, really close, and impressive that only one car was spun around when it was so close to contact on many occasions there as well. But we have Jane Trupkoff on those medium compound of tyres, along with Red Arrow, Shazoo Tom, J. Cole, Funky, and Seba as well. Everyone else has elected to go for the soft compound off tyres.
Yes, and we've seen how tactical these guys have been in terms of their strategy, as we've got the likes of Finley going. So, oh no, it's Kuba that's gone into the pits already, so one of he's picked up damage there at the moment. Biggest gainer so far is Tom, who's up 8 positions, and he could gain another one very soon, as we've got Jacob and Red Arrow going side by side as well. Jacob is up into 12th, then we got Funky Chicken as well. Red Arrow is dropping way down the field, so I wonder if he's had damage that's pretty much hindered him so far in this race as well. And point mean pride is at the moment, as Khalifa now tries to go using the slipstream to his advantage to get past Jays. And we've seen the Las Vegas race, ERT doing very, very well. So Khalifa is hoping that they're going to do the same here in Belgium. Sieb all through, I can't remember what corner it is, Malmandy I think, as they go 3 wide in towards Rivage. Keep it on the brakes, lads. You don't want to make contact, because that's where mistakes happen. And I think IRT backs off this one. Yes, they do. But we still got side-by-side action with PW Jones and Funky Chicken. And, yeah, PW Jones stays ahead and Funky Chicken for now. But we still got great action coming up front. Still a long way to go for these drivers, yeah.
Yep, still a very, very long way. Lap 2 we are on right now, on a very long lap as well. So still a very long way to go in this race, and a lot of action still coming our way. So we do have still the top 3 running very close together. Jane Trupkoff around a 9/10 gap, who has those medium compound tyres, so he's starting to slightly fade away, as now obviously DRS will go open, so they'll have it through a route, then up
Jay's
rally
in the
on.
pits.
Yeah.
So people are doing their stops early. When I was racing a 2-stop race on Tuesday, I pitted, I think, was lap 5, lap 6. Lap 5, lap 6 is the optimal, but I had to pit early because of a safety car. But obviously we got no safety cars there, so I think they can last about 6 laps fine on these soft compound tyres. No one will want to opt for the hards, because why? Unless you got damage. As we got a battle for the lead. DRS activated. Taika Hardy down the inside of Selly, and he's into the lead for Green Fly Racing. We're not going to be updating the standings for a while, because the admins, including myself, are either commentating, racing, or asleep. So, yeah, we're not going to know the situation until I think about 6 o'clock in the morning. But I think this is shaping up to be a very close championship, as we've got Antonio and Speed Knight. And Speed Knight has made his way up through the field quite nicely, but he's been under pressure from Antonio, who does get past him. Jacob, has already got a penalty. I have told him that if he does rubbish, I'm allowed to slate him, and he's already got a penalty already. So, Jacob, work harder, mate.
Yeah, so let's see then if he is going to work a bit harder. But yeah, getting a penalty already on lap number 3, that's definitely not what he wanted at all there as well. So always is really costly, especially if the gaps are very close when we get to the end, as Jones going wheel to wheel with Speed Knighton momentarily, as now he's lost out as well to Sweet Crown. So definitely a bad couple of corners there for him, losing a couple of spots there as he tries to make his way through, but that's definitely not going to help his case, as they go now on to lap number 4.
Lap number 4 of 22. It may sound like there's only 22 laps, but it does go by a long way, and point mean prizes. As we've got Jan Trepkov, I wonder if he's going to use his mediums to his advantage, as he's under pressure from, I think, Primoz Mikličić for P4, as Sele gets past Taika Hardy once again for the race lead. So I wonder if it's going to be kind of like a racing versus ping pong, in a way, of racing or ping pong. So that's going to be lasting quite a bit in this race. I will get the ERS, because I know a few of you have requested it. Sally has used quite little ERS. He's on 87%. the top 3 pretty decent. We're riding on board with Primos at the moment, and he's used quite a lot, so he's going to be under pressure. We've got a yellow flag. That is Antonio from CRL that's had a bit of a spin. Luckily, ghosting is on, so he's going to drop to the back of the grid. And I think Jan Tripkov has hardly got any ERS. Ewan is fine. Khalifa is starting to run out as well. I thought it's a track where it doesn't use much ERS, but there's not many. Technically, there's not much braking zone. There is a lot of straights around this, so it does require less downforce compared to some other tracks. Well, obviously not compared to Vegas. Vegas needs pretty much less downforce, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Vegas is a lot of straights as well, and a lot of high speed around that configuration of circuit, which we just obviously went to. Now we're at Spa. Still does have a lot of straights, but also a lot of crucial corners. But yeah, there's a lot of drivers who are getting their pit stops out of the way. Their first one out of 2 that they're going to have to make. And it's Primos who's diving it into the pit lane right now as well.
Yep, he does. And we are keeping an eye on what liveries is the best. I do have a favourite. I'm not going to say, of course, and we haven't decided how we're going to vote for these and who's going to vote for it, whether it's the admins or the commentators. I personally suggested it'll be best for the commentators to vote because they've been seeing the liveries all day pretty much. As Tom gets past Khalifa with the purple car, and Matthias gets past as well, but Khalifa's not going to back out, and this is one he's going to be boxed in. Wow! How on earth did he keep that under control? He was under pressure from Matthias and Finlay, but he was like, no, thank you. I'm staying ahead and I'm going to pull away. Jayco is in this as well. Side by side with Finlay in towards No Name. And Primos has got a penalty, but enough about that at the moment. Finlay is struggling. Sieb is, I think Finlay might have got a bit of damage there as he's lost, I think, not 1 but 2 places. Or maybe his tyre is cooked. But Khalifa's gained, Jayco has gained, but there's a few people who have definitely not gained from that. Tiger Hardy still leads Ciel in second. Noof is doing a great job. He's gained a few places up to third. I wonder if a few people will have to respond to the undercut.
Yeah, definitely a few undercut attempts being thrown in there as J. Cole spun around, and I'll hand it back over to you, Jess, for this part again.
J. Cole. And he's got no front wing. Well, I've got to hand it to him. He's having to do having to do 5-6 hours of racing because no one else will want to do it. So I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but first race, getting front wing damage, you should do better, Sunshine. You should do better. Anyway, Ewan is in the pits, so is PW Jones and Finlay that is coming in as well. And I'm surprised none of the top 3 are going to pit yet, but we are going to see Selly trying to get past Tiger Hardy once again, so that's another switch for NXX. Don't forget, they benefited from the mystery position earlier on today, where they got double points and they got the win and fastest lap. So they pretty much got almost the ideal result. There was a triple points in there that they could have got, but double point is better than no points. So they are doing very well in this championship. But I wonder if there's going to be tactics between the 2 of them maybe as well. I would like to see maybe the midfield teams try and fight it in there as well. And speaking of the net race either, that is Ewan at the moment, fighting with Primos Mitacic as Primos. No, that's not Primos, that's Funky Chicken. I think Primos made a bit of a mistake. Funky Chicken going for a brave move up to 10th.
Yeah, definitely is going for a brave move into Puron Corner as well. And getting that one done on lap number 6, as well as they all continue to push on. But welcome in if you are just joining us. Seeing quite a lot of commentators also in there, so great to see. Welcome in, everyone.
Welcome for keeping us company at 1 o'clock in the morning. It is. To be fair, I did try and have a nap in between my previous commentary, which was Formula Student, and this, and I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I've been up for. And there we got a few pitters. Khalifa and Matthias have come in to the pit lane for their mandatory first stop done, and they're going to do 2 stops. So we'll keep an eye on the stops so far. We've got the top 8 still yet to box. We've got Funky Chicken and Red Arrow still yet to box as well. So we'll see what happens there. It's Tyker Hardy. They are switching positions left, right, and centre. It is like a DRS overtake currently as well. And it is 2 o'clock in the morning, according for Badgerman, at least in Germany. There we go. So it is 2 o'clock somewhere. As yes, I think still Ewan is still the race leader at the moment. We'll see how far the gap is. Can you remember, Amy, what the pit lane loss is around it? Because I can't remember at the top of my head. Because I can't be asked to get the database up at this time of the morning.
I'm struggling to remember as well.
It is quite long, I know that, but not as long as like Silverstone. As Matthias gets past Khalifa up to 11. So, I'll get tyres up. So, Matthias, they're all on the mediums. I thought he was on the hards then. I was panicking and I was thinking, why would you want to go on hards? But luckily, they're not going on hards. So, that is a relief, I have to say, for them. As I think Tyker has to respond soon, same as Sally, because otherwise they're going to lose out to the likes of Ewan, Primos, and pretty much them as well. And Finley's gone on the hards. I have to say, Finley not having the best of races, but he's still going. We haven't had a race where all 20 cars have finished yet, but I'm not going to say too much because I have jinxed quite a few people today, and I don't want to jinx another people, as Funky Chicken has got a 3-second time I leave, but Finley comes into the pits. And we got people boxing. The leaders are coming in. All the top 3 are coming in, which promotes Jan Trikoff to the race lead. And they're all going on mediums. So we'll see who's going to come out on top on that one as Ewan heads towards our source.
Yep, absolutely. Badgerman saying 18 seconds. So
thank you very much.
You.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, it's going to be tight on pit exit.
Yeah.
As Ewan gets ahead of Selly and Tyker Hardy takes advantage of that. But I'll let you carry on with this, Amy. I'm sorry.
Yep, absolutely. And now you can see a bit of ERS being used by Selly as well as he tries to make a move. But he might get a bit boxed in here because he has Tyker Hardy in there with Lenore to the side as well. Looks like he's going to try go round the outside. That is going to be close under braking, but he's going to make the move. He's going to turn the outside line to the inside and get that one done as well. So good stuff there by him. And it was, with obviously the drivers going on different strategies and going out a tiny bit long, coming in earlier and then continuing on, definitely does get close on pit exit, and it did on that occasion, giving us a bit of good racing all the way up the hill to Rouge Radion and down towards Lecom.
Yes, so we only got 3 drivers that have yet to do their starts, but currently right now, it is Tyker Hardy that's the net race leader, and he is trying to defend off of Sally, so that's going to be an interesting battle that ensues throughout the race as Funky Chicken almost had a bit of a moment and he's been passed by Khalifa too. Don't forget, we are raising money for Special Effects, which is an incredible charity. I was going to download the video that explains it, but I completely forgot. So I'll remember to do that for the 2-hour stint later on. As Jan and Tom come into the pit lane. I wonder if Siev is going to follow suit. Oh my goodness, there was a bit of a lag spike almost. I think it is crossplay being crossplay. Typical. So that pushes Tycho and Sally to the lead. And because they started on mediums, they're going to think about doing 2 soft stints. And it is doable. It is doable to do 2 soft stints because obviously you can stretch the softs to quite a bit, quite a margin. So, as Jan comes out in 6th, Tom in 7th, as Siev's going to come just behind Pete. Yeah, he does. He does come up. He just come out ahead of Speed Knighton, so good job for him. As Red Arrow comes into the pit lane, Khalifa and Tom and Matthias going side by side into the Camel Straight. Khalifa is holding his nerve very nicely indeed as he stays ahead of both of them. And he's on medium tyres. Now, Tom is probably going to be a bit annoyed because he's on soft tyres where everyone else is on medium tyres. And I'm looking at the amount of grip that these drivers have. And it's about 0.6 difference between each tyre compound. So Tom is incredibly faster than the 2 drivers ahead at the moment. So Tom really needs to get a move on and take some brave moves and maybe take some gambles, because otherwise he's just going to lose so much time to the cars in front, and he's not able to catch up to the likes of Jan and Primoz Miklicic.
Yes, absolutely. So these guys always can find themselves in a bit of a hard situation as well. And it's really crucial with how they manage it, as Red Arrow gets a 3-second time penalty, and all of these penalties are going to play a crucial part right at the end when all of these, when probably they're all going to finish very closely, and they could lose out some positions as well as, yep, crossplay being crossplay again. As I was on board with Tom there, and cars absolutely everywhere.
Tom's was fine for me. So I think we'll get... Oh, my goodness, as Tom almost hit the back of Khalifa there as he heads towards our source. And we've got Primoz and Ewan fighting it side by side as Primoz is up to 4th place. But we'll see if Khalifa can fend off Tom. I think Jan Zhukov is going to potentially have the same issue in about a few laps' time on trying to get past Ewan. So, but I think they're roughly about similar pace. So I think they should be all right. I'm looking at Jan's battery. He's on no ERS. And when you're on no ERS, your power depletes significantly. And it's a bit frustrating as Tom tries to go side by side with Khalifa into the Water Camel Straight. But this time, Tom does get past both the medium runners. So his job is now done. Sieb trying to do the same thing in towards Lecom as well for IRT. And also Sweet Crown trying to go side by side with Speed Knighton in towards... I need to get the corners up again. Malmedy and Rivage now, and I think Sweet Crown stays ahead. Yes, he does. As we have a nice battle between the back positions, which is great to see. Ewan luckily has rejoined the lobby, so he has got a spare invite. So surely I think there must be someone near the back or something that was not doing very well, so was probably inviting them. But anyway, Jan Jibkov get past Ewan and up into 5th spot as yellow flag. That must be Antonio that's had a bit of an off. Yes, it was, because it was an orange car. So, unfortunately, his race is not going very well.
Yep, absolutely. As well as right now, the top two, Tycho Hardy, getting closer as well as we make our way down to La Source on lap number 11 of this race. And you can see he's very, very close to the back right now. And we'll see if he's going to attempt anything and possibly have a little switch. As you climb up the hill, you're gaining all the way through Rouge Radion, and then you're tucked up right behind the rear wing. Then the DRS goes open, and then you'll find himself ahead now as well. Stays on the racing line, and Seal tucks back in, and Tycho Hardy now takes the lead. So easy pass there for him. So really it's going to be going probably all the way till the end of this race, those kind of battles, and that's what we love to see right now. Obviously they're not going to battle like crazy at this stage, because obviously they're just going to be costing themselves time and really just losing out. So right now it's best to just have a few changes here and there, easy passes, and set themselves up. But when we do get to the last lap, I'm sure the elbows will be a tiny bit out.
They definitely will, not gonna lie. And by the way, Richie's going to be singing another song when he's next on air, when we reach £1,000. So,
yes.
And that's our goal. So if you haven't already, go on to the pinned message that J. Cole has put in the chat and please donate. And then Richie could sing when he's next on, which I believe is with Joseph at Monaco. So... yeah, so Joseph will get to pick the song. I don't think Joseph knows this because I think he's probably asleep, unless he's in the chat right now. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you do so. It'll be good to get to it by the end of the stint. Pretty pleased. I know it's going to be a tall ask. I think most people will be asleep, but massive props to all of you that have stayed up at least. It has quietened down this race, hasn't it, Omi? It's finding a little bit more into its rhythm a little bit. I think the tightest battle that we got is between the likes of Matthias, Khalifa and Sieb, and maybe PW Jones are trying to catch up as well. So we'll keep an eye on that as that develops as well.
Yep, another easy change of lead. Mike's saying, you gotta sing, Jess.
Oh, God. Well, my parents were meant to be away this weekend, but unfortunately, because my mum has broken her elbow, they both have to stay here. So I don't think they were like me, singing at the top of my lungs at about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and possibly waking them up. So maybe early morning at about 7 o'clock. I wouldn't mind that. So maybe we could save it for that. How does that sound?
Mike, I also expect some singing from you as well, by the way, when we have our stint together. So make sure you get ready with that.
Oh, God, for goodness sake. They're absolutely going to hate me as well. As Nathan is saying goodbye for the night, as he's going to be commentating later on. Thanks, Nathan, for all your hard work this event as well. I commentated with him 12 hours ago, believe it or not, around Jeddah, which was quite entertaining. to say the least. Oh, pretty much we didn't really catch a breath because there was so much going on at the moment.
Yes, absolutely. As
Oh,
well,
God,
right
Mike said if I sing, he'll do Rap God. You're copying Evan, Mike. You're copying Evan. You're cheating. Joking. Well, my parents are going to hate me for this, but we've got... How about... I'll set a goal for this. How about £900? Or 950? No, 900. If we reach 900, I'll sing. But I don't know what I should sing. But we'll see. But anyway, we've got a battle for the lead coming through. I'll let you cover that, Ome.
Yep. Another change of lead possibly coming up now with Tycho Hardy getting very, very close, but he's not going to go for it there. I think we're going to see Yane Trepkov instead make the move on the soft compound tires as he fights his way through, and possibly Tom also getting his way past Lanawa as he'll go to the inside line, and he also gets his way through as we're now starting to see a few more pit stops for a few of the drivers near the back.
Yeah, don't forget, it is a mandatory 2-stop, so we will keep an eye on the progress. So Sweet Crown has already done his 2-stop, so is Cuba and Finley. That is done their 2 stops already. Oh no, I'm probably starting to regret this here. Guys, I know it's for charity, but I don't want to do it this time in the morning. But if I sing, then Mike promised that he'll sing. So, yeah. Oh God. Anyway, Sally still leads from Tiger Hardy in second and Noob in third, and Yanchikov in fourth. Leslie's in the chat. Hello, Leslie. Hope you're doing well. Me singing at this time, I can sing, but not at this time of night. Not very well. So you probably called me at the wrong time. As Jan Tripkov is one of the first of our leading bunch to come in, Omi.
Yes, absolutely. I don't really know many songs, so I'd be unable to do the task. The only thing I really could do, probably, was just commentate while singing, I guess. Or sing during a lap. Or sing while commentating.
I did do a radio show once, and I did I did say I'll do a forfeit if something happened, and it backfired, and I think I sang Milkshake or whatever, but I'm not doing Milkshake then because I don't know the words now. But that was quite funny, to say the least, as Speed Nighter comes in as well for his second stop. You can tell it's early morning. We are starting to get sidetracked at the moment, but it's a charity event. It is a charity event as well.
Yeah.
Oh God. No, Gav, I'm not singing Mariah Carey. Whatever you do. Whatever you do. I'm not doing Mariah Carey. No way. But we are starting to see, I think, with Primos, how's his battery looking? It's on 35%. He's doing all right. Tom's doing all right as well. Ewan, I'm keeping an eye on because Ewan is actually starting to deplete rapidly as well. So if he catches up to them, he's not going to have much to attack. And there's the ones in front that are potentially going to defend, really. So I'm going to be a bit worried about those guys. So we'll keep an eye on those as it continues as well. What I'm a bit shocked at, Omi, is we're seeing Jays gets past J. Carl. J. Carl, what are you doing, my friend? Getting passed by drivers that potentially could be slower than you. So you should be quicker than them. No, not going to lie. But yeah, Primos is in the pit lane doing... I thought he stopped, but I was probably not paying attention. Anyway, Primos comes in to the pit lane. And he's going on softs. Now, that's going to definitely get to the end. So, that will get to the end quite all right here. And Tycho playing the smart game. I think he's not going to try and get past because he wants to have DRS maybe on the final lap.
Yes, possibly. So, definitely will be interesting as well. But a lot of my eyes are being glued to the chat with what everyone's...
I'm probably regretting myself here. I don't want to do this.
I do feel really bad for you as well.
Well, I'm going to get absolutely slaughtered if I don't, so
Yeah.
I'm not. But anyway, it's been a good race so far. It's probably one of the quiet ones. As we do have a battle in the back though. Speed 9 gets past Funky Chicken. So I wonder if Funky Chicken's softs are starting to die a little bit. Let's get the penalties up. So we got 3 seconds for a lot of the field, 6 seconds for Primoz Miklicic and Antonio. But everyone else who does have penalties has got 3 seconds. Jan Tripkov gets past PW Jones up into P8. Who's got the fastest lap so far? Oh, yellow flag. That is Antonio once again in the background. There's no point going on board with him because he's spinning. Selly has got the fastest lap so far with a 1:43.229. Did I see someone come into the pit lane? I think it was an NLR driver, if I'm not too mistaken.
Tom and Evan Lanawa as well.
Oh, yeah, Noob, Tom and Evan. So I was worried it being an NLR driver coming into the pits. As Finley gets another penalty. He's sacking it up with the penalties currently. I think we're going to see most people come into the pits round about now.
Yes, I think we're going to see most people diving it into the pit lane around this time as well. And now it's after this is just going to be a sprint to the end. So it'll be interesting to see where everyone comes out. And now it's going to be a full push for all of them to the end.
Mike's put in chat, by the way, that you're not going to escape this. So you're going to have to do something.
Oh, God. I usually just love when everyone's doing something around me and I'm just here like, oh, I don't need to do anything.
But now
the
you
most
do.
I can do is, the most I can do is just sing.
950 and then Omi can sing. Joking.
No.
So Siev gets past Matthias in towards 9th place. And I think one of my favourite races was the 2021 race. No, it wasn't because there was hardly anything that happened. I enjoyed. Remember when I remember watching the Porsche Supercup race this year, and it was like it started off dry and then it went really rainy towards the end, and none of us knew what was going on. It was a great race to watch. We were doing a watch along on Joshua Birch's channel, and we got annoyed that it delayed starting, so we were like chatting for quite a bit, weren't we?
Yes.
We got the leaders pitting, Omi.
Yes, we do have the leaders diving it into the pit lane as well. So now onto the soft compound of tyres. They go. Not 850. No chance of that at all.
I said 950 for Omi, not 850. Hold your horses. As PW Jones comes in, I think he's going to be the last one to pit, I think. Let me just check. Stops. So, J. Cole is coming in. Yeah, everyone is going to be doing their 2 stops. No disqualifications, but hey!
Ooh.
That is good news. So, top 9 are on soft tyres. And Taika Hardy's going to try and play it smart. Sally's going to probably try and save his ERS to possibly defend as well. Of course, we've got a few more rounds coming up for this stint. We've got France and Austria. Now, I'm used to racing no rules France, not commentating on the full track, so that's going to be interesting. And I commentated on 100% race around France once. That was really fun, actually. It's a good track for league racing. As Antonio gets past Finley up into 19th spot. They all keeping it clean, most people, around some. I think it's just most mistakes have been for people spinning it by themselves. There's Sally is getting purple sector 2, so he's going to try and go for fastest lap of this race. But I think he's got fastest lap at the moment, but expect, I think, to see a few more people getting fastest lap in this race as well. But it is going to be between Sally and Taika Hardy for the race win. NXX versus Greenfly, which has been like that for the entirety of the event so far. And we also got Tom, who's closing in, trying to close in on Primoz, but not quite well, as he's being chased by Ewan as well. So those are the main fights that are happening in the background to keep an eye on for the remaining laps of this Belgian Grand Prix.
Yes. Absolutely, I think the chat is the most active it's been really, and it's right now 1 36 as well in the UK. So love to see it. But yeah, I don't think any of us are doing 850. No chance. Because you guys could easily get it to that.
Yeah, that's why I said 900 because you
Yeah.
know, and it's got to be, it's got basically if we reach 900 by the time I go back on, which will be about 6 o'clock or something, 20 past 6, then I'll do it. But yeah. Badgerman didn't know that Welsh was an original language of the British Isles. Badger!
Oh.
How could you? Now, Badger, you need to get a geography book. Because Welsh is a language, believe it or not. It is a language. And for those of you that don't know that Welsh is a language, then, yeah, you need to get better at geography. Just saying. Oh, you did know, Badgerman. Who's saying that you didn't know? All right. Okay. So, final few moments of this race. And I made a mistake on Tuesday to run a high downforce around it. Around 20 wing, which I never... Don't do that, please, in league racing, because you're going to get absolutely swamped by people that are running lower wings than you. And they do get past you before the braking zone. Just don't do it. Just run lower wings, please, because otherwise it's going to be a nightmare. Tiger Hardy, I think, is going to go for it potentially in towards the Kemmel Straight. No, he's backed off again. I'm liking this smart stuff from him. I wonder if Selly is realising what he's doing.
I mean, I'm sure it's in his mind somewhere that Taika Hardy has many opportunities, but he's definitely not going for them. So let's see if now he's going to start playing some games, possibly at the end for the DRS. Might back off at a certain point, so you never know. I think he might need to start playing some of his own games now as well, because it seems like Taika Hardy's going to do some right at the end. So I think we are going to possibly be seeing Selly do some now, as he would be realizing at this stage that Taika Hardy isn't going for it. He's sitting behind, so he might want to place his car behind, but Taika Hardy won't make the overtake, so he might need to do something like slow down or run wide and try let Taika Hardy through. So it will be interesting to see what kind of strategies these guys go for with the DRS chicken right at the end of this race.
Yes, indeed. And of course, no rain, no safety car, no red flags to contend with. I'm looking at Taika Hardy's DRS, and he's got none. Well, he's got none that he's used so far. He's on 100%, which is, I have to say, is pretty incredible. Meanwhile, PW Jones is getting past Sweet Crowley to Blanchimont. It's going to be really risky if he can get this right. We've got a yellow flag, which I don't know who that was. I think that is one of the white cards. And there's a lot of white cards in this field, so that might be Kuba, actually. No, it's not Kuba. I don't know who it is, but whoever it is, I don't think they lost a considerable amount of time for it to make a difference, so it might just been a tank of oversteer somewhere. As Primos getting past Jan, easy move from him. I wonder if they're going to play DRS chicken towards the end as well. I think the race where they're also going to play DRS chicken, Omi, is France in towards, I can't remember what the straight is. It the Mulsanne Straight or something? Is that what it's called? I think we're going to see moves done there as well.
Mistral? I don't really know. Mistral, I think. Well, could be something. I think someone in chat will know, so let us know.
No, Mulsanne Straight, that's Le Mans, I think. I can't remember what. I'll need to Google
Mistral,
it.
is it? Yeah.
Oh, it's that. Okay, I'll Google it. I'll Google it before the end. I should know.
Yeah.
I'm a commentator, but I haven't commentated on many France races, so that is why. But yeah, I'll get the positions gained as well, so you can see Tom, by the way, up 12, Sieb up 11. So those are the biggest gainers so far. So IRT, touch wood, they're actually having a decent race. They're really.
And you had to say it.
I'm touching wood. I'm touching wood, Omi. I know it's 1:40 in the morning, but I am touching wood. Okay? Trust me. So they are doing well at the moment, but we still got 2 laps to go, and we still got a fight for the win to contend with. And surely someone has got to go for it soon. And I wonder if Tiger's going to go for it now. Is he thinking about it? He's got the slipstream. Oh, Sele is doing the dummy. He was wanting Tycho to get past. Cheeky, but Tycho was having none of that. We are starting to see games played in the 24 hours of F1. And nope, it's not drinking games.
Yeah, this is exactly what we have been previewing to you as well for the last few laps, that this is going to take place, and it is going to continue, and I won't be surprised if it's not the last time that Selly tries to attempt something as well, or at this stage you might just try pounce and just try pull as big of a gap as he can. It'll be interesting to see what approach he
penalty.
does take. Yep, as Cooper gets given a 3-second penalty.
So, this is a battle to watch. Grab your popcorn because it is NXX. Oh, Jaco!
Oh.
We were so close of having all 20 cars finishing the race. And Jaco has gone and ruined it, haven't you? Where did he bin it? Oh, his car's gone. So I don't know where he's binned it. Was it?
It might have been Lecom, possibly.
Or it might have been Radion, actually. I don't know. J. Cole forfeit.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean, Mike? What do you mean? Am I missing something important?
Well, here we go for the win, Jess.
Here we go for the race win. Tiger Hardy with 76% battery. Sele with 71. They're pretty much even on battery right now. Tycho is going through Sele's mirrors into the Camel Straight, and it's Tiger Hardy that takes the lead from Sele. But I know Sele is going to be trying to push with all his might, using his battery then. This is the most crucial laps of his life as he's passed Malmedy in towards Rivage, which is very, very testing for the drivers. No Name could be an interesting corner as well. I think the only way Sele could win this race is if he can push Tiger Hardy to a mistake. Meanwhile, Khalifa gets past Matthias up into 9th spot, but he could benefit from a few penalties. I don't know how many penalties people are at the moment. We will check in just a second. Through past Fagnus and Campus and in towards Stavolo for the final time. I think this could be where the slipstream could be made, but there's no DRS here. Look at that, Sele is using all of his battery. This could mean business for him. And Tycho's got to defend. Tycho's got 25%. He's also using his battery as he heads towards the bus stop chicane. This could be a photo finish as they try to go side by side into the bus stop. He cuts the chicane and he gets a penalty. He gets a penalty as Tiger Hardy for Greenfly Racing wins in Belgium in the random race. Sele in P2, Noof in 3rd, Primos in 4th, Jan Trikoff in 5th. Oh, is he 4th now? Oh, it's Tom that's 4th. What? So it's Tom that's 4th, Jan in 5th, Primos 6th. Then we got Ewan. IRC, I believe it's their best result of the 24 hours, so well done to them. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Well done. Khalifa in 9th, good result for ERT. And we know that Primos will jump up because he left the session. So I can't remember where he finished. So I'm sure the other admins will work out that one. But what a race, I mean, it got quiet towards the end, but there was a battle for the lead, so that was great.
Yep, absolutely. So great stuff in the battle for the win, but a lot of penalty for the drivers in the mid-pack, changing the positions, and that's exactly what we were talking about as well, with a lot of drivers getting those penalties, and when they do all finish close together, it can cost them as well. But that's Spa done, and I have to say we have had 2 quiet races with some action at times as well, but I'm sure the next few will also be really interesting. But yeah, good race here at Spa with the battle for the win all the way on the last lap, and both of the drivers trying to play the DRS chicken at the end, but we went side by side all the way till the last braking zone, so definitely some good racing from Spa.
Yes, indeed. Luckily, the gap between the top 2 was if they had a penalty, they would have been ahead anyway. So we'll run through your results in just a moment. Quite a few driver of the days. The game has given it to Tom. Amy, who would you say your driver of the race is?
That is a hard one. I'll let you go first. Who do you say?
I'm going to go with, if I get the standings up, I think Tom will have to say he's one of them. He started in the back of the grid, didn't get the best of qualifyings, made some great moves as well. Tiger Hardy did nice as well, and so did Siev, so quite a few people as well. But anyway, so Tiger Hardy wins from Selly in second, Noof in third. NLR had a good result, didn't they, in the third? They'll be happy with that. Jan in fifth,
Yep.
Ewan in sixth, Sieb in seventh, Khalifa in eighth. I think they will be bumped down anyway for Primos, because Primos is definitely finished. So, so then we've got PW Jones, Matthias, Sweet Crown, Jay, Speed Knighton, Cuba, Funky Chicken, Red Arrow, Antonio, Finley, and then your only retirement. And I'm going to be asking him, probably after my stint, why he's retired, was Jaco.
Yeah.
You robbed
Almost
us,
got everyone
Jaco, of a
finishing.
20 car finish. You robbed us.
Oh.
You robbed us. I'm ashamed
Come
of
on,
you,
Jaco.
mate.
Yes. Almost. We almost had it,
We almost
but on the penultimate lap.
Yeah, we almost did it. Fastest lap, by the way, belongs to Finley. So he gets an extra point. So I think instead of getting 3 points, he gets 4 points. So that's always a
Woohoo.
bonus. So well done to him. Just it makes it easier for the admins as well. So next round will be France, and I believe there will be a new lobby set up for that one. So just give us a moment whilst Jacob, the host, sets it all up. And thank you so much for watching Belgium, at least. So, all right, we are going to take a little bit of a quick break whilst the lobby gets set up. And Jacob doesn't need to worry about switching over to him because I've got the graphics now. So, yeah, he can concentrate on setting up the lobby and stuff. So, myself and Naomi will see you in... what time does France start? Let me check. Oh, I don't even know at this point. But we will see you soon for the French Grand Prix as we get the next lobby set up. So, if you are in the French Grand Prix lobby, make sure you're ready. We'll see you soon. Take care. Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 24 hours of F1. We've had a bit of a break. We're almost ready to get started. We've got all 20 drivers that are meant to be racing in this one in the lobby. It is the French Grand Prix situated at the Paul Ricard circuit. Firstly built in Formula One, used in Formula One in 1971, but French Grand Prix has hosted many Grand Prix before, such as Manucourt. It should race there again, personally, because I kind of like it. Joining me once again is Omi as well. French Grand Prix. What are your thoughts on it?
Definitely. Well, obviously, we didn't race there in real life this year, but definitely still a good circuit for us here in esports. I think it delivers us with plenty of action, and I think it's going to be pretty similar here in this race as well. So cannot wait for it to get underway. First of all, with one-shot qualifying, so I think we're going to be in for quite a bit of action.
Yes, we are. So let us go through your running order for the French Grand Prix. So we've got ABS Racing Team, we've got NOE Grosjean. Cone Racing Team, we've got Freefall. Context of Speed, we've got Red Arrow. Destiol for Context of Speed Esports. CSL, we've got Ben JS. Shizune Macho for our EMM. ERT, we've got Colin. Esports Wales, we've got Mike. XL, we've got J. Cole. IRT, we've got Boompai. NLR Esports, we've got Noof. QBR, we've got Primos. Relentless, we've got Peas. Thomas in race, we've got Drake Dempsey. Team Hamburger, we've got Ewan. Team NXX, we've got NXX Spine. For T-Speed Esports, we've got Speed Knighton. For Velocity Esports Race, we've got Bree. And X Esports, we've got Finley. And once again, just like we did in Portugal, and I think another circuit, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Australia, I think it was. For Greenfly Racing, we've got Thomas Ronhar. So, starts on the lineup, of course. And it'll be nice to see him race around France, because we haven't seen much league racing around France, of course. So, I think there's some people that are racing again, Omi, but for some it could be their first racing in the 24 hours. So, what can you expect in terms of the drivers in one-shot quali?
Yeah, I think possibly we could see a lot of drivers invalidating. I think we definitely are going to see a few, but it is definitely going to be something for all of the drivers to contend with.
Okay, so we're riding on board with Drake Dempsey as he makes his way in towards turn number 1. This is his final event with the Thomas racing team, and he's moving on to a different team currently very, very shortly. It was announced today, so massive congratulations to him. OEL Peace, by the way, is going to be starting at the back of the grid, which he has done so. And Drake Dempsey has invalidated, so let's not go on board with him. Let's go on board, though, with Shizu Macho as he's passed the Mistral straight and heading towards turn number 8. Now, in WEC, you can take that straight, but in Formula 1 doesn't like that. You have to take the chicane. This is a fast left-hander coming up through turn 9, requires good entry and exit, followed by a short straight in towards turn 10, which is a very technical right-hander where the drivers have to brake a little bit early through that. Heading towards turn 11 and 12, very, very tight on the apex entry. Another tight right-hander coming up in towards turn 13 as well. There used to be corner numbers around this circuit, which kind of helps me, but there isn't anymore. And then towards the final corners of turn 14 and 15, he goes up to the line, and he's Thomas Ronhar will be qualifying on pole position, but where is Macho going to place his car? It's going to be P4, but it's a 128.2. But to be fair, it's only a few tenths difference separating first and second. And Grosjean, I can't remember what team he is in. NOE Grosjean, that for ABS Racing Team. I have to say, a respectable lap. I'm very impressed.
Yep, under 0.3 of a second, so great lap as well. So it'll be Thomas Ronhar who will be on pole position, then Grosjean, Spine, Mako in fourth, Finley, and then Boom, Ben, Evan Lanauer, and then we're going to have Diestel, Colin, Bree, Knighton, Mike, Red Arrow, Free, and then Nut, J. Cole, Peas, then we're going to have Primos and Drake Dempsey, some of the drivers who invalidated their lap times.
And of course, Peas will be starting at the back. Well, he's not really starting for the back now, is he? Because the other two got disqualified. I don't know how that works in the game, but there we go. It happens. But that was your qualifying, of course. To be honest, Amy, I was expecting more invalidations from the drivers. So fair play to everyone for keeping on the road. It was quite close as well in terms of what it's going to be. Now, in terms of two-stop, I have not done a two-stop race around this game for France. So I think this is going to be quite an open race. Nobody's going to know what's going to happen, which is always a good thing with these two-stop races. Of course, the part firmly is off, so they can change their setups that they want to and go all crazy and all that lot as well. According to my notes, the recommended two-stop strategy is soft, soft, medium. I don't agree with that personally. I personally think they should go for one soft and two mediums, but I would expect some people to start on the medium because that's the way to go in the 24 hours.
Yes, absolutely. As well as, once again, plenty of strategies going to play out, and that's what we love about these two-stop races. So many different strategies the drivers could go for, and this one, obviously, I think it's we don't know what the drivers will go for as well. So it can be really interesting with what the drivers do come up with. So I'm definitely really going to look forward to this race.
Here we go then, the 5 red lights for race number 13 of 24 hours of F1 is a go. And Thomas von Hart gets a good start, so does Grosjean. What about Spine in the middle of it though? Heading towards turn number 1, he's trying to close up on Grosjean as they all make their way. I think there could be a big bailout coming up. I am predicting it. And, there's a bit of a slide, I think, from Freefall in the background. So he's not at the best of starts, unfortunately. But it's Thomas von Hart that leads. From Grosjean in second, Spine in third. We've got Noof and Bree trying to go side by side in towards 5 and 6. And then in towards turn number 7 right now. And we've got a yellow flag. That's Red Arrow that's had a bit of an off. And also, that's J. Cole as well. Does he have no front wing? I think he's all right. Yep, he's fine. He's got a front wing intact. So they all go through the Michelle straight as Macho gets past Finlay up into 4th place. So apart from that, pretty much a decent start from a lot of the drivers.
Yep, decent start from a lot of the drivers, as well as you can see Colin going to the inside line. Brave stuff as well into seeing you, and he gets that move done into 9th position. He goes, but we have Thomas Runner, who is on the medium compound of tyres. I believe that was the strategy he also went with at Portugal as well.
And
so let's see if anyone's going to be able to jump him. Yeah, and Australia as well, as we see Lenaua now battling away as he tries to go all the way around the outside of Destil as well. That's going to be really, really close, and Destil's almost into the back of Boom. So really getting close on exit between these two as they make their way now on to lap number 2.
Lap number 2 of 27. Most people opted for the soft tyres. Ben also going for the mediums. Miklicic going for the mediums. And we've got a few people pitting might pit early on as well if they got damaged. But I don't think anyone has got damage so far, touch wood, as they're all going to be in one long, big DRS train. We have got some facts for France as well. And they used to have some motorcycle racing around France. Formula 1 had a big gap in the French market. And it only began to return to French Grand Prix racing back in the early 2000s, where they did try and test a bit of Paul Ricard back in the day as well. And Paul Ricard actually hosted a race throughout the early 70s and 80s as Brie gets past Ben up into 11th. So the X team not doing very well in Belgium, but are doing a lot better here. But of course, these guys have been able to practice more for this because they knew that this track was going to come up. I was a bit worried that wheel was going to be a wet France, but luckily the wheel did not draw France to be one of the wet ones, which is great. The next wet race we got is around Monza, and that's about 8 o'clock. Oh, that was a bit of banging wheels between Primoz and Speed Knighton through to number 12. As I think those two having a bit of banging wheels there as well. So Primoz trying to hold his line, and I think he's lost a few places from it. No damage though, which is great to see.
Yep, no damage at all, which is great to see as well. with all of the drivers battling it out. DRS is now enabled, so let's see if anyone's going to be able to go for some moves. Grosjean's won a tiny bit wide as well, which has allowed Runner to get an extra tenth or two on him as well with those mediums. Still, it did seem like it was equal earlier on with pace in the opening stages, with Runner not fully pushing, but he should be able to extend that gap and get out of that 1 second, as well as we're on to the straight once again, and we're going to see if any drivers are going to go for some moves under braking. You can see some side by side in the background. That's Pease up against Ben, and that's going to get close. Under braking is going to be Pease to the inside line, and he's going to get that position. Nothing Ben can do to fight back.
Nope, I don't think Ben can fight on that one, unfortunately. Pease did a great job. Don't forget, it was a track that he's starting last in. So he is definitely doing a decent job from near the back towards that one.
Mike.
And, oh, Mike. Mike's retired from the race. What happened there? Mike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he'll probably be coming in the chat telling us now, in the live chat, so we'll keep an eye on that as well.
Yeah, if you could tell us what happened, Spin Mike. He's going to hate me for that. He's really going to hate me for that. I'll get him to, if he doesn't explain it in chat, I'll get him to explain. You do know he's commentating with me next, so I'll get him to explain it then. But yeah, that is a shame for Mike though, for Esports Wales, of course. So another race where we're not going to have 20 finishers. I think
Hopefully at some point.
France is a hard track to retire from, to be fair, but saying that, there'll probably be more retirements now I said that. Meanwhile, through this straight here, Grosjean, I think he's going to try and use his battery. Is he going to push for all his life, or is he just going to stick behind Thomas Wanhar? He is going to stick by Thomas Wanhar for now. He's got about 74% battery. Spine as well, also in this fight. Doing a decent job, to be fair. Pease up in a 211 place. Again, gets past Brie in the background. And the mediums will come into play later on in this stint with this two-stop race. And it does take a while to warm up these mediums, but once they are in optimal condition, they are a good race tyre. We'll see who gets the fastest lap as look at Brie on the back of Ben once again. No, not that. Brie on the back of P, sorry. Ben is on the back of Brie. There's just so much action going on sometimes. It's really hard to keep up with time, but the sun can be quite blinding for the drivers. As we're about to start lap 5. Let's look at ERS, because I know some of you may want it. So Grosjean and Ron Hart, pretty decent, almost used hardly any. Spine is on 70%, Macho on 26, Finlay on 71, Bumpire on 35, Destel on 62%, Ewan on 52, Colin on 63, and we got Destel and Bumpire side by side in towards to 5 and 6. Oh, that was a bit of a spike again. Again, that is crossplay for you. And don't forget, Bumpire had one of their best ever results in Spa last time out, and is looking to replicate that here in France. But I'm afraid he could get overtaken by Ecos Destil, heading towards turn number 8. He's going to do it before the braking zone, it looks like. Unless Bumpire wants a challenge. No, he does not. Meanwhile, in the background, Noof gets past Colin for 9th spot. So Noof doing a great job there to get past. But Colin is trying to catch up with all his might with his 52% battery, of course. It is his first race. He is doing quite a bit of the night stint as well. And for a lot of these guys, they're still in Europe. So some of these guys, they didn't want to race the night stint, but not many people were available. So they're going to have to. So it's just going to try and push on. There's some people that may be tired. And but every point gets scored as long as you finish. So if you don't finish, you don't get points. If you finish outside the top 10 in double points, you don't get points either. So pit stops for Noof Omi.
Yep, so we have a pit stop coming in then as well with the 2 stops mandatory. So that's the first pit stop. Then for Newt, as he dives it into the pit lane, on goes a set of the medium compound off tyre. and then back into the fast lane, ready to now go on the attack and try get a bit of an undercut.
£849, 84% of our target. So thank you so much. Who's donated recently? So we've got Lesty, F1 Community W, donated £20. Thank you very much, Lesty. And Josh JGM donating £6 plus 150 gift day, saying, "Hey, to bed, we'll keep an ear out for you lot." Thank you very much, Josh, for your amazing commentary throughout this 24-hour event. You have been amazing, quite popular with the audience as well, I have to say. Hope you can all agree that Josh did a great job in comms, because I think he did absolutely great. He is a PC commentator, and he's one of the heads of comms for PSGL, so he does know what he's talking about. As Primos gets past Bree up into 11th spot, so there's quite a few fans for Primos in the chat, so they're gonna like seeing him overtaking drivers, but he's on the medium tyre, and the mediums are starting to come to its own, and Grosjean goes in into the pit lane for himself to go onto a set of the medium tyres. Colin does the same, and undercut strategy could work for some drivers, and it could hinder for others, and it does depend on, obviously, if they get stuck in traffic.
Yep, all does also depend on the traffic, as you mentioned right there as well. So they all do have to keep that in mind as Nut now makes his way through the final corner and down towards turn number 1, with obviously everyone else exiting onto the racetrack. Going to be very, very close to up ahead and bit of contact as we see Grosjean being pushed a bit wide. That's close to contact as a Bollard also gets pushed
Jacob's
off
round.
Grosjean. Yeah, Jacob's gone round as well.
That's not good for him as well. I wonder if some people are starting to lose concentration for some people that has been up for quite a long time. And maybe their minds because sometimes when you league race on normal times, it's fine. But when you're racing, when you've been up for so long, it's just, you just start to lose your concentration a little bit, as Colin does get a 3-second time penalty. Colin, how could you? How could you? But to be fair, France is another track where it is prominent for track limit warnings. Why did I get the tracks where it has the most track limit warnings? Typical. So we're going to have to find it hard to keep track with these track limit warnings as well. As I wonder if Spine is going to come in. Macho comes in as well. Of course, Thomas Ronhar stays out because he's on the mediums, whereas everyone else on the softs come in. And I'm sure the ones on the mediums are going to stay out. And if they don't stay out, then I'm going to be asking the question, why? So there they go. So where is Grosjean at the moment? No Grosjean, of course, as he exits the final few corners. More penalties. Speed 90 gets one as well. So luckily no safety cars, because if there was a safety car, people would have got screwed. Oh no, Grosjean's got one as well. It is coming thick and fast, Omi.
Yeah, they're all starting to come now at this point of the race as the drivers now make their way on the attack as well. There you can see Nut in 7th position right now, but a tiny bit of a tighter line for him, which means now that Macho is going to get on the power and he's going to try dive to the inside line, and he's going to get past there as well. So good stuff there by him, but Nut will have a chance to fight back. He's got his tyres warmed up, remember, as well, and he'll have a DRS coming up as Macho gets all out of shape as well there.
Yeah, that was a bit out of shape as well, so I wonder if he got on the power a bit too early there as well. Noof hardly got any battery left, so he's got to defend for his life against Finley as they go down this back straight. The toe that you gain is absolutely massive as Finley gets past up into 7th place. I think he's got past 2 cars in one. Macho has got past Noof as well, so Noof is struggling on those older tyres. I wonder if he's running a little bit more downforce compared to the others, as I can see Macho trying to get past Finley once again. We've got Destor as well. There's action happening everywhere through turn 10 and 11. Keep it clean, lads, as they go through the windy, twisty section of the circuit as they head towards the final sector. And Finley could get past both of them. This is going to be a very opportunistic move if they can get the move done. And I think Finley could back out here. I think he is, as Destor backs off as well. There's 5 cars following each other. It's absolutely crazy. It was quiet around Belgium, but it is absolutely busy around France. It's amazing. And we got a few pitters. So Spine has come in as well. Where is he going to come out of? He's come out of front of this lot. Oh my goodness, so this is turning into a 6-car battle? This is crazy, Omi.
Yes, this is really, really crazy as well. It's definitely turning into, right now, a big fight between all of these drivers in the field right now as well. So it's going to be Spine in 5th, but he'll surely be under big pressure on this straight as well, because if you don't make the overtake, if you're one of the drivers behind and don't make the overtake, then you are at risk of being passed as well, as now Macho is going to pull alongside. He's going to get the move done. Now the attention will turn to Finlay, who's also going to dive to the inside line of the braking zone, but Spine will be able to contest this one because it is under the braking zone, and he is going to contest it. He is going to get the power down and have the position and keep an eye as well on the Ecos driver trying to fight his way through. Are we about to risk it? Is Finlay going to go the long way around and try keep his footing? Going to be risked there, and he's just going to be backing out there as well, as they're all so close together, as we're going to see Distill trying to get past on the pair of them, and he's dived to the inside. That is so close. Incredible stuff, and he'll have to go the long way around if he wants to get this move done. Still on Spine as they run wheel to wheel, but he'll have the wider line, so Spine's going to hold a place.
Nice defending from Spine there. Absolutely amazing from NXX, of course. Doing very well in the championship. Of course, we won't know the standings until later on in the morning because, of course, us admins are busy. As Destil is going to not give up without a fight as well. He's using his overtake. He hasn't got much left, so he's got to make this move count. Destil stays behind Finlay for the time being. And bearing in mind, some people may be on a few warnings now. I'm sure Omi could double check how many warnings people are on as well, but there are too many to count, so I won't be surprised if you can't check as well. Another twisty section coming up as well. As on lap 10 and 27. Still the top 3, still yet to pit, but they were the ones who started on the medium tyres. What?
Macho's on 2 then.
Macho's on 2 what? What do you mean?
Warnings.
2 warnings. Ah, so he's got to be careful that he does not get a penalty. So I wonder where he's cut that, Macho. Well, it is an easier track to invalidate, to be fair. So he's got to try and make sure he can keep his warnings to a minimum, because otherwise he's going to add his name to the penalty board. But Primoz, Ben and Grosjean have got one as well. So there we go. As Thomas Ronhart comes into the pit, I won't be surprised if Primoz follows him in. Yes, he does. Ben surely's going to come in, because otherwise he's going to lose so much time to the undercut. Yes, he does come in. It'll be interesting to see how much the undercut has gained on the likes of Grosjean, Macho and Spine. I think it's going to be interesting. A double soft stint, it looks like, for Thomas Ronhart. Or I wonder, it could be medium, soft, medium. I'm liking the openness on the strategy. Ben has also gone for softs. And Primoz has gone for mediums, and I think everyone else who's pitted has gone for the medium tyres. With Grosjean, Macho now the race leader. And look at this, Thomas Ronhart trying to fight with his fresh soft tyres against Warner Medium from Spine as well. He's going to wait till this back straight to do so. He's got the battery to do so through turn number 6 and 7. He's got to be careful with penalties as well, but I believe he's absolutely fine on warning so far, so he can play it safe at times, but he's not going to give up without a fight. So he's going to use the slipstream in the back straight. He's not even going to use his overtake. He's going to use the DRS to get past one car. He's got past Spine. He hasn't quite passed Macho yet, but Thomas Ronhart is back up into 3rd for Green Fly Racing, and doing a nice job as well, as Macho giving a bit of a weave to Thomas Ronhart, saying, I'm here, you know, I'm here. And Macho is not going to fight this, or maybe is he going to fight this through turn 11? No, he's actually fighting with Spine as well, so he's let Thomas Ronhart through. Ooh. But his Spine is going to catch up with him as well. And look at this, Destil is in this as well, Finlay. There's loads of cars in this as well. We'll keep an eye on Ronhart as they fight with Grosjean, but sure, this might be an easy move, but I think Grosjean will probably hold his own, because I think he's been doing a great job so far this race. He was only about a few tenths between himself and Thomas Ronhart, so it's a really impressive lap time from him. As Ronhart, could he get him in towards turn number 1? No, I think it's going to be waiting towards the back straight again. Yeah,
looks like he's just going to wait at this stage as Finlay gets a penalty as well of 3 seconds. Lanawa trying to fight his way through as well. He's getting to the inside line and he's getting his way through as well. But yeah, Thomas Ronner on these soft combat tires right now, fighting his way through. He's going to be getting this move done as well. And you can see the wide moment by Grosjean. Ronner places the car left and right, and now he can stand on the power up. He'll get the rear wing open. He's already alongside, and he'll be moving ahead and back into P1 as well. He's got the soft combat tires, and he's already moving past them as Spine very wide, and he loses the position as well to Denstill there, who manages to get his way up into 4th.
Yeah, so Spine making a bit of mistakes. He's got that penalty to his name as well, so I wondered the concentration levels are starting to creep in for the drivers. And it is the Thomas Wanhart train as he leads the field away from Grosjean, from Macho, and from Destil as well. And then we've got Spine I think he said Spine F1, but it's not Spine F1, it's Spine FL. And look at this, we've got Primos versus Colin Mason as he dives to the right, but Colin backs out of it. And that's going to allow Bree to get a little bit of a nice tow as well through 13. And I thought Bree was going to dive it into the pits there, but he's not. Thomas Wanhart set the fastest lap of this race so far as Macho gets past Grosjean. So Macho up into 2nd place. And I wonder if he was saving a bit of tyre wear because Grosjean has been pushing too much, whereas Macho has been saving it, looks like, as well. So his next target could be Thomas Wanhart, but the lead he's got is going to be a tall ask. But never say never. I have seen regular drivers hold their own against eSport drivers in some lobbies, and it's impressive.
Yeah, it definitely is really, really impressive when we do get to see it. And you never know, we might even see it in this race, which will definitely be really, really fun to watch as Drake Dempsey now makes a move and gets himself up into 10th as well, as Collins also passed in a lower battle on the circuit. But Grosjean getting really close onto the back of Macho right now.
Yep, Macho versus Grosjean versus Destil as Spine is side by side with Ewan. We got a yellow flag. That is free fall. I think that's had a bit of a spin in the background. And that is a shame as they still go side by side, Ewan and Spine through there as well. And it's a danger, Omi, that they're just... A lot of these guys in this train are using their battery, and it's just... If they're stuck in this train and can't get past, if I were them, I would potentially save that battery. But I think for some people, they just can't stick with these guys without using their batteries. Grosjean's got plenty as he's past Macho now. Macho has hardly got any. He's got 16. Destil has got 47%. Oh, could it be a double overtake from Destil? He's going to be very... Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Well, that was interesting, to say the least. Oh, my goodness. As Ewan has left the session again. Oh, no. Oh. He was able to join back last time, so hopefully he can join back again.
Yeah, hopefully. As now we're waiting to see the move, as Denster will be lit on the brakes, dives to the inside, and gets his way through up into 3rd position. But yeah, it does seem like that Grosjean now with 30% ERS, same around with Denstill, but Macho, having used a lot, only has 6. So a lot of these drivers also in battles using quite a bit to try and make some moves in this DRS train. But yeah, they are wasting quite a bit of ERS in doing so. And really, they're all just stuck together. They can't shake each other off at this stage. So I think a lot of them are wasting a lot of ERS because they might use a lot of ERS to make a move, but then they'll just be passed again and they'll end up with 0. So right now, I think the best thing possibly in this train is just to save the ERS because no one's being able to shake anyone off.
Yeah, no one is as well. I can't remember on the top of my head how much you gain by just recharging. I'll have to have a look at my notes because I've got it written somewhere, but it's probably like in very near the bottom. If you don't use ERS, you only gain about 2% per lap, which is around here. It's not a lot. So I think these drivers have got to get a move on here in terms of saving. Really, it's the crucial point of the race where they can save. It's not going to be that long before these guys go into the pit stops as well. You will gain a bit of battery from the pit stops too. So Spine will be on about 40% when he comes into the pits. As Destil gets past Grosjean on the end of the straight, and he's up into P2 on this race. And Bree's doing exactly the same thing to Colin, up into 12th spot. So far, we've got 19 runners in this race. We've had one retirement from Esports Wales right at the beginning of the race, 2 laps in, from Ivor Bryn Mike, unfortunately, or as I like to call him, Ivor Spin Mike. He's probably going to have a bit of a banter with me at 3 a.m, so I probably regret my words, but when will we predict to see pit stops, Amy?
I think at some point soon, I think we could see it as we make our way towards lap 20. So I think, yeah, soon I think we'll start seeing them play out. So yeah, I'm going to be excited to see how it all goes with, I think most of them will be going on the set of soft compound of tyres. As well, that is just on mute.
Yes, I am on mute. For the first time as well. I did so well. I did so well as well. And I ended up on mute. I'm an idiot. But Colin did get a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which he will have to serve at his next pit stop. Colin and Bree are both on the soft compounded tyres. I believe that's their final stop. Yeah, it is their final stop. So they're going for a really early undercut. Do you think those softs can get to the end, Omi, from previous experience, or don't you know at this point?
Yeah, I think it's really hard to tell, to be honest, at this point as well. So, yeah, I think it probably would be definitely really close, though, with it, if they did go for it.
Yeah, I think so as well. This could be, I think, quite intense, to say the least. As we are about to start lap 17 out of 27. Thank you for watching this stream so far. I would like you to tell us in chat, has anyone been watching the entirety of this 24 hours so far? Who has been up since, well, who has watched this since 1 p.m. UK time yesterday? If anyone has done so, you are heroes. As Boompie has come into the pits for IRT. And I wonder if he's going to go on to softs, or is it mediums? It is. It is mediums for Boompie. Interesting.
Yeah. As Mike's saying, not quite, but I'm here for the vibes.
Yes. He is here for the vibes, not going to lie. He's even gotten the moat for it as well. Oh, that is great, Mike. That is great. I think we should spam it when Mike goes in the commentary box. Anyway, Primos gets past Noof up into 7th. But, oh, Finley. Oh, what's happened to Finley?
Oh,
he's got the chicane. I was wondering why. Yeah. Did he not get a penalty for that?
He must have slowed down massively or something.
He must have slowed down massively, but there's Drake Dempsey to the right-hand side in towards 10-11. And we got 11 laps to go this race. So we do have a few comments actually. So Tofa's watched every race so far. Matty Robbo as well. And we got a few lockups as Macho goes in to the pit lane for his final stop. Finley is in. Drake Dempsey is in. And I won't be surprised if they all go on to the soft compounded tyres until the end of this race. But there will be people that will be braving, that will be playing it safe and go on mediums. Finley, go on softs. Macho goes on mediums. Drake Dempsey is going on to the soft compound of tyres. It Rocker says, I told Finn if he beats Drake Dempsey, I donate £5. Oh. Ooh. So Finley, no pressure. If you beat Drake Dempsey, we've got another £5 donation.
Oh, well, this might help. This might help because he had a bit of contact there to Drake Dempsey.
He did. He really did. If someone's gone off, I think Finley's got a bit of damage as well. Commentator's curse has struck again. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh no, you don't blame me, by the way. You can blame Topher in the chat.
Oh my god. All going crazy once again. Jake Dempsey's been given a 5-second penalty.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sure
harsh.
Bill
That
looked
is
at.
harsh. Come
Yeah.
on. Why would you want a penalty? Why would you want to give the penalty like that? Oh yeah, Mike, you are racing again, aren't you? What are you? What race are you racing at? I'll need to double check that actually. As Colin gets past free for all, up into 12th place. Free for all is struggling a little bit, and more pit stop. Spine and Noof come in as well. Oh, you're racing a wet race around Monza. Ooh. Interesting. Brave. Well, I raced a wet race around Portugal last year. In last year's event, it was pretty fun actually. I think I did get lucky though that we did have a safety car that wasn't meant to be on, but we kept it on anyway. Which was interesting to say the least. I can't remember how many points I scored on that one. But yeah, odds on the free-peat. What do you mean the free-peat, Mike? Odds that you will spin again? Is that what you're saying? As Bree has got damage. Front wing, so he's dropped to near the back of the grid. DNFs. Well, Mike, I think just be more confident. You're gonna finish a race. You are gonna finish a race. Come on. Esports Wales needs a point. Just saying. Anyway, over to you, Amy.
Yes, they do need the points right now. So come on, Mike. We need better confidence than that as well.
Especially if we're coming from the lead commentator for P2 in One Hub. And
yes,
you both commentate together quite a lot, so you're used to it by now. Meanwhile, more pit stops, Amy.
Yes, more pit stops now coming in. It's Diestel and Grosjean who have dived it in as well. The ABS and Ecos driver, of course, right now. Both diving it into the pit lane and heading back out onto the circuit, onto the set of soft compound of tyres there. And you can see Diestel just ahead, coming out ahead as they make their way now all the way to the pit lane. Exit Macho is going to make his way through. Spine is going to be in there as well, but he's going to be behind. Grosjean is going to make his way through up into 8th position with a bit of a gap ahead and a bit of a gap behind as well for him.
Yes, indeed. So I believe, has anyone still yet to make their pit stops? Ewan, J. Cole and Red Arrow. And by the way, don't remember, it is a 2-stop race. If you don't do 2-stop, disqualification. End of story. So I think Ewan can't rejoin, so I think Ewan could get DQ'd anyway, but because he's in AI, he won't be able to finish the race anyway. Drake Dempsey is in 9th spot as he gets past Boompai. So unfortunately, the bet that Philly was going to beat Drake Dempsey is not coming true. So Topher, you got to think of a different bet than that. You got to be smarter with your bets, you see. As Peas and Peas and Miklicic has come in to the pit lane. I've said Boompai's name wrong. Boomp. I don't know. I don't know how you say it. I always say it wrong. But Boom is always used to me pronouncing it that way. So unless he complains, I'll keep saying it that way. But yes. So Ron Hart is the only one out of the leading pair to not stop. Macho in 2nd. Oh, is it Boom Pete? Oh, so I don't pronounce it like the I. Okay. So is it Boom Pete? Right, I'll remember that because I know he's going to be racing in One Hub again next season. So if I have to commentate on him, then I will remember that. As Thomas One has a 28-second lead, but don't forget he's still yet to make his stop.
Yep. So still yet to make his pit stop, but right now, as expected, coming into this race, everything going all well for him as well
He
as
comes
he's now
in.
diving into the pits.
He comes into the pit lane for a set of probably another set of the soft compound tyres, I think, Omi, if I'm not too mistaken. I will get the tyres up for you now. Most people are on the soft sets of the soft compounder tyres. Oh, was it Rocker that made... Oh, yeah, it was Rocker that made the bet. It's early morning. That's my excuse. I'm tired and I'm hungry, but I am... Actually, I'm not that tired, surprisingly. I thought I'd be more tired than this, but surprisingly, I'm all right. It's that burst of energy, I think, as well. But later on, I'm probably going to struggle. So people that are going to be commentating alongside me are probably going to bear with. Team has a list of bets he's on for the next 4 races. I said for every top 10 I get, I'll donate £10. Wow.
Ooh.
We are seeing some late night bets here for the 24 hours of F1. Speaking of donations, let me do a refresh. We are still on £849. So that's still pretty decent as Destil goes to the inside and Macho into the straight and he gets passed up into second. Pease trying to do the same on Primos as he's up into 7th. Don't forget Pease started last in this one, I believe. Let me just check. Just to be sure. Yes, Pete has started last in that one. So he's up into 7th from starting last. So doing a great job there. Gap now between Ron Hart and Destil after pit stops is around 5.2 seconds.
Yep.
And by the way, Mike, by the way, Omi, Mike wants you to sing Linkin Park at some point.
No, not happening.
I tried, Mike. I tried to get him to do a bet of some sort, but he's not budging. He's not budging. He's not budging at all. As I believe everyone has done their stops. Let me just check. Apart from you and Zayar, yes, most people have done their stops. So, yes, great job. Destil, oh no, 3 seconds. So what's the penalty situation looking like now? 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. 14 seconds for Drake Dempsey. Bloody hell. And we got Colin on 8 because he got that 5 seconds of speeding in the pit lane. Ben on 3, Pete on 3, Philly on 11, Bree on 3, and Red Arrow on 3. As I think we just saw a move. Noof game past Spine, it looks like. Up into P4. Colin does the same on Drake Dempsey. It's a great move from Colin. Up into 10th spot. And by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you click the link in the description if you want, in the pinned messages if you want to donate. Make sure you follow us as well. We've got plenty of commentators that will keep you entertained throughout the night as well. And we got the likes of Chris Buxton returning, Aiden. Carter's going to be back for the first time in goodness knows how long. First time this game cycle that he's going to be commentating as well. Someone's gone off. That is a big Drake Dempsey. But he has gone back on the circuit. That's good. That's good. Has Thomas won her? Unsurprisingly, sets the fastest lap. So there we go.
Yep, all is going right now for him with the fastest lap of the race as well. As we see Macho picking up a 3-second time penalty, and Nut is going to be taking advantage of all of this, currently sitting in 4th.
Yes, I think to be honest, a lot of people are going to take advantage of that in terms of the penalties. Nuff, Pease, Freefall, Jacob's got no penalties as well, but no offence, I don't think he's going to benefit from that towards the end of the race. Mike saying, damn you, Omi, I did a great stop. Well, that is interesting. Oh, Grosjean, the battle's kicking on right here in towards turn 8, now heading towards turn number 9 and 10. Grosjean almost under pressure from the likes of Spine and pretty much everybody around him as well. Macho in this too, fighting with Noof. NLR trying to go... And to be honest, NLR are doing a great job in this event. Very, very decent.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're doing a very good job.
get your predictions in chat who you think's going to win the thing overall. And
Yep.
who's going to get the wooden spoon? Who's going to be last? I think no team wants to be last. Our team, I was racing last year in the event and our team finished last. So, yeah, our team had really bad luck throughout the entirety of the 24 hours, but we still had a bit of fun doing it, which was good. I had fun in Hungary, at least, and Portugal. As Pease gets past Spine, it looks like. As Primos right on the tail of Grosjean. It's about 0.8 of a second separated the two of them, which is, to be honest, to you and me, it is absolutely minuscule. As a yellow flag, who's that? That is...
Drake Dempsey.
That is Drake Dempsey again, but let's watch Primos and Grosjean fighting. There's going to be an up and over as Macho gets past Noof. And Primos gets past Grosjean. So 2 moves in 1 as well, which is really great to see. And do you want to know what Mike's goal is, Omi? His goal is to bring positivity and joy by getting Omi to sing. And he hopes that Esports Wales can beat their precious best points haul. Which I can't remember what last year's was, actually. I'll need to double check. As Primos having a nice battle with Noof in towards turn 12. Getting a good run on the apex once again as Boompy, I think that's how you say it. I need to remember that now, as he's having a nice fight with Colin. Colin's got more penalties. He has served his 5-second penalty in the pit lane, I believe. Oh, no, he hasn't. I don't think... I can't remember, unless he got another one. He might have got another one, actually, or if it didn't let him, that would have been a bit harsh, but there we go. But penultimate lap of this race, Thomas Bonhar still leads from Destil in second, Macho in third, Primos in fourth, Neuf in 5th, Grosjean in 6th, Pease in 7th. I don't know where Pease is going to come out on all of this. I think he could get 4th or even a podium from this due to penalties.
Yep. As there we see the move for third position as well. So really getting interesting now between all of these drivers. And we're on the penultimate lap. So let's see what kind of DRS chicken they're all going to play at the end of this one.
This is the battle we got to keep an eye on. Thomas Von Haar is leading by 11 seconds. This is the battle for the best of the rest right now. Destil, I think, is pretty much checked out. But again, it does depend on his penalty. Or Jake Dempsey has had enough. He's going into the pit lane. And hopefully no one retires in the pits, because otherwise it's going to be a 5-point deduction. So,
yep.
Yeah, not good for that. As Thomas Von Haar is about to start the final lap of this race. And whilst that happens, we keep an eye on the Primos train as they make their way towards the start-finish straight. Primos on the soft tyres. So is Neuf and Grosjean. They're all on the same tyres. The only one that's not on the same tyres is Bumpy, but he's got 12 seconds deficit. So at the moment, not going to work out. Macho, the only outlier in this, because he's the only one in this train on a set of the medium compounder tyres. So if I was him, I would be defending like a lion. He would pull off a Sergio Perez Minister of Defence type of performance in order to keep that position. Heading towards turn 7 for the final time. Macho is trying to catch up to Primos as well, trying to get some slipstream. There's going to be some tactics being played here to make sure that everyone has the advantage, but it's better sometimes to stay behind and gain some decent points and go for it and have a crash and DNF, which is what most of them are doing at the moment. But maybe not. Noof is battling with Grosjean, heading towards turn number 9 and 10. Well, they passed turn 9, heading towards turn number 9 now. For the final time, Noof is doing all he can as well. Could Grosjean go side by side? He's going to think about it. He's going to think about it. You can see Noof's running out of VRS as well. So if I was him, I would potentially go for it. As we're watching on board with Thomas Von Haar. He's going to slow up to the line. And he wins in France. And we're just waiting for the last few people to cross the line. It's going to be very close. They're all running out of ERS. But it's Destil who gets a really good result for Ecos in second. No, it's Noof. Then it's Destil. Then it's Peas. So Peas did not quite get the podium. He missed out by 0.6 per second. Primos in 5th. Macho dropped down to 6th. Grosjean in 7th. Spine in 8th. Bumpy in 9th. Colin will be 10th, but he does have that 5-second penalty. But I don't think that's going to make a difference. As Ben goes up to the line. Is he going to jump Colin? No, he's not. So Colin does get a top 10. I think you'll be happy with that. Then we got Ben Speed Knighton. I think a Team Speed's best result, I think. P12. So a really good performance from the Speed team. 3-4. A good recovery from him as well in 13th. Finley comes across the line in 14th. But again, he has that 5-second penalty due to the unserved penalty. And we're just waiting for the final few drivers to cross the line. Great fight at the end there for 3rd place.
Yep, great fight at the end indeed for 3rd position as well. So some great action. We have entry to once again here in France. So loved that race. And Thomas run up, taking the win once again. So great stuff by him.
Yes, he is racing later on as well. I'm not going to say who, but if you're on the Discord, you do know. But he is racing later on. But some great standout performances from Noof as well. Did a great job in NLR. I wonder how that's going to change in the standings, because of course there could be some stewards inquiries too as well. My back is absolutely killing me, which is not good. But we'll run for your order then for the French Grand Prix. Thomas Ronhart also gets the fastest lap of the race, so he gets 26 points. Noof in P2, Destil in 3rd, Peas from last to 4th. Really good performance from the Relentless team then. A lot better than their previous races. Primos in 5th, we've got Macho in 6th, Grosjean 7th, Spine 8th for NXX, Bumpy in 9th for IRT, Colin in 10th for ERT. Then we've got Ben, Speed Knighton, 3-4, Finley, J. Cole, Bray, Drake Dempsey, Red Arrow, and Ewan. Your finishers and your only retirement, either Bryn Mike, and whoever has betted on Finley finishing ahead of Drake Dempsey, you better get your £5 in there, because the bet has, the bet has won. Finley has won that one. So there we go. So, I mean, this is your final slot before you're then back with me later on, I believe. Unless are you commentating with Mike later on, aren't you?
I think I'm commentating with both. One with Mike, one with you.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, at least you can get some decent sleep now. But yeah, any final
I'm not
thoughts
sleeping.
before...
I'm just. Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep. I'm just gonna stay in the chat with you guys.
Oh, I don't know how you're doing it, to be honest. I need some advice. But yeah, any final thoughts, Amy?
Well, it's been some great action, so make sure you stick with us. And if you're able to donate, please do as well. And maybe then you might get some singing by me. Possibly. We'll see.
You're actually promising that you'll sing, Amy?
Well, I don't really know much songs, so that's the only problem. So I can't really sing. So...
Just sing a song you know. But anyway, thank you for watching. We're going to take a short break whilst we get the next lobby set up. Hopefully it won't be too long now. It's going to be starting at... Let me have a look, because I'm meant to be the one that gets the information out. It is going to be starting, I think, about 3:05. And I've been Mike is going to be joining me in the commentary box as well. His first commentary for the 24 hours, but it's not his first one overall, because he's been commentating since the very start like me. So there we go. So we'll leave you with some lovely music, and until then we will see you in about 10-15 minutes for the Austrian Grand Prix. But for Omi, you will see him about 5 o'clock for whatever track is on then. So yeah, see you all soon. Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the final hour of this 3-hour stint that I'm doing. We've had the random track around Belgium, we had a really great race around France, and now we head to a personal favourite track of mine to commentate on. I'm definitely going to need this at 3 o'clock in the morning. It is the Austrian Grand Prix, and joining me in the commentary box, and Mike's going to be doing, I think, a 2-hour stint, and it is, of course, Mike. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I think it's a 3-hour stint. If I'm not
3,
mistaken.
all right.
Free back to back to back. The free peat before I do a free peat in the actual race later. So it is all good, and looking forward to this one. Definitely going to be interesting. A lot of close action. Not many places to get it wrong, because once you're outside that DRS, you're done.
Yeah, you are pretty much done, and it is a short lap, and it doesn't mean it's going to be easy too. It's going to be testing for the drivers. So this is your lineup for Austria. We've got Justin Chevalier for ABS Racing Team, Antonio for Comb Racing Team, BK for Context of Speed, Jendrick 2002 for Context of Speed Esports, CSL for Funky Chicken, Tom for EMM, ERT is Hooky, Cam Rules for Esports Wales, Jacob for XL, Frankie for Greenfire Racing, CM for IRT, Marlon for NLR Esports, Primos for QVR, Sweet Crown for Relentless, Welter for Thomas N Sim Racing, Maxi for Team Hamburger, NXX Sele for NXX, Speed Nighter for Team Speed Esports, Velocity Esports for which is Malta, and then Chock Up for X Esports. So that is your grid. And we are about to get started, Mike, with one-shot qualifying.
Yeah, it's going to be so interesting. Who's going to be able to get this track nailed on the one and only lap that you get here in qualifying? Going to be an interesting one, because obviously fine margins around this track. As previously mentioned, a very short track, very marginal for errors, and one little lock-up and you could go from P1 in the first sector all the way down to P5, P6. Maybe even outside the top 10 for the second sector.
Yes, indeed. So let's see who we're going to go on board with. I can't remember who's starting last in this one. I think it is Primos Miklicic. There we go. Primos is going to be starting last for this one, as he's already done so, which is very good. But let's go on board with Volta. Past the MotoGP chicane, heading towards turn 3. I would prefer to call it turn 2, not turn 3. Get your facts right. Austrian GP. Now heading towards the famous corner where we saw the implosion of Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon, Perez and Russell through there as well. They can go side by side for quite a bit through there. The Austrian Grand Prix has remained a popular round of the World Championship since we joined the calendar back in the 2010s. 200,000 spectators was the most popular one in 2019. I'm sure it had more than that. Before that, it was known as the Osterride Ring, the A1 Ring. He goes down the hill in towards turn 8 and 9. We can see quite a few invalidations for him as Bouter goes up to the line as Sele goes on top with a 1 minute 3.5, and Maximilian Lucart is in second place. Quite a few disqualifications there, Mike.
Yeah, and of course it's so easy to do at Austria. Just getting a little bit too much onto the curb on a dangerous exit like turn 3 or turn 4. But yeah, I'll let you quickly run through the order.
Yes, so we got for NXX on pole again, Sele 103.535, 69,000 separating between himself and Maximilian Lucas. Marlon had another great qualifying session for him in the third, Antonio in the fourth, Justin Chevalier in the fifth, Sieb in sixth, LT Rocker in seventh, Malta in eighth, Walter in ninth, and J. Cole in 10th spot. He actually got a lap together. Woohoo! BK in 11th. We've got Camels for Esports Wales in 12th. We've got Funky Chicken in 13th. Jendrick in 14th. Primos in 15th. And then we got disqualifications. Funky, Speed Knighton, Sweet Crown, Tom, and Hooky. So technically, Primos is very lucky to not be starting last here because everyone else got disqualified. So, there we go. Don't forget, 50% race, mandatory 2-stop, clear weather. I expect, just like we saw in qualifying, to see a lot of time penalties.
Yeah, it's so easy to do around this circuit. Just a small lapse of concentration here and there, especially coming through the double right-handers of obviously turn 9 and 10, the final two corners on the track. Obviously turn 1, another big one for track limits as well. And a corner I think that may catch a few people out is obviously turn number 4. Just getting a little bit too much onto that exit curb, and you could be around there.
Yes, and apparently some people did a 1 minute 2 before this. Well, it only counts in the actual session, and if you didn't do it in the session, then it doesn't count. Okay? So, yes, hopefully we would get underway very, very soon. I'm really excited for this one. 36 laps await our drivers. The original Austria Ring circuit, believe it or not, measuring just under 6 kilometres, and now it's obviously the 4.318 kilometres that we know and love today. Carlos Sainz setting the lap record so far. Tom, I've known, has done well in the past around here as well. The most likely strategy, I think, around it is going to be simple one stop, and maybe I think it's going to be either mediums to hards or hards to mediums, most likely. But we could see softer hards. That's quite common around here. They're taking a long time to get ready. I wonder what's going on. I think they're choosing their setups, it looks like, because Part Ferme is off. So we are rambling a bit around here. But make sure you do donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect. You can click the link in the chat. All money will go to support physical people in need with gaming. As we are about to get underway, 5 red lights are on. Lights out, and away we go. Sele gets a nice start for Maximilian. Marlon right boxed in for the likes of Justin Chevalier and Antonio heading towards turn number 1. This is more like it for the CRL team. Up the hill in towards turn 2 then. Everyone is looking A-OK, but turn 3 is going to be,
4 wide in the background,
it's 4 wide in the background. As we can see, I think we've got the likes of IRT in there. We've got Esports Wales in there, BK as well. And everyone is keeping their nose clean, which is really great to see. Probably the cleanest turn 1, 2, and 3 I've seen in that one history around here. But Marlon getting past Maximilian quite comfortably up into second.
Yeah, Marlon, a great start for him. Obviously getting up into P2. Maximilian going to be a little bit disappointed, but it is a very long race, and of course with 2 pit stops.
Oh, someone's
the strategy will come
round.
into play. Someone's off.
That is Antonio that's round, but luckily he's ghosted, so he's able to get the car back up and running once again. Top 6, by the way, are on the soft compounder tyres. Jacob's up to 7, so he's gained a few places already. So he's liking those medium tyres around here. And Sally setting the fastest lap of the race so far, but I think more DRS can be played around here, as no one is on the hards. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think it's kind of like an even split as it stands as well. Tom not doing very well. Oh, IRT Seb is round. IRT Seb is round. He's now in last place, Mike.
Yes, he was gone around turn number 1. One thing I was going to bring up, this is crucial for LT Rocker. Yeah, he needs to use some of his battery to close that gap and get within 1 second, because once you're outside a DRS range around here, it is impossible to get back in it unless there's mistakes up ahead in the top 4. I don't see him making that kind of mistake to line back in, so I think he needs to use his battery.
Yeah, it uses a lot of battery. Most of the lap can be taken at full throttle, so you've got to be saving it very carefully around here, as does most of the tracks in our little stint that we've had earlier on as well. And we've had 50 supporters that have donated to our lovely charity so far, so make sure you can do so if you haven't already. Predicted strategies according to AWS, but don't rely on AWS on this game. Take that with a pinch of salt. And it's a 2-stop race, not a 1-stop race. So maybe they don't know our rules. As we are starting to see ABS making some ground. Sweet Crown as well, getting past BK up into 9th. But Primo's going to try and get the switch back on BK. DRS is activated, remember. So we could see the likes of Marlon trying to get past Selly. But I don't think he's going to be brave to go for a move just yet. As we are going to see Welter on Trocker, though. Welter up into 5th place, Mike.
Yeah, Walter doing absolutely great to get himself up into 5th there. I was looking at a battle between Primoz and BK for P10 as they were side by side through turn 4 as well. But looks like he's gone around the commentator curse of striking again.
I think commentators Curtis seems to be striking me in his 3-hour stint at the moment. Probably because I'm a bit too tired at the moment. I was about to start lap number 4 as well. What strategy would you do in chat if you were to race around here? Let us know as well. And we've still got more races to go. The next one, of course, will be Imola. That's going to be very, very exciting as well. And then, of course, we've got the next random track as well. I pray that it's going to be Qatar. I hope it's Qatar because that's one of the most fun tracks to race on the F1 calendar. A Sweet Crown gets past J. Cole up into 7th. But I think J. Cole's going to have the DRS, or is he going to lose them? I think he's going to lose them. Unfortunately, the camera angle doesn't quite see if he has DRS or not.
Primo's sended on the inside of J. Cole, tapping the back of Sweet Crown and going around. Primo's all the way down towards the back of the field.
And he was starting last, and he was in the middle of that. So he did do a great job. And again, commentator's curse, which strikes again as Tom gets past Speed 19 up to 30. So EMM trying to recover from their poor qualifying so far. But he's on the medium, so he can stretch those a bit more as well. And I would expect the medium runners to pit around about lap 11, maybe lap 12 for their first stop. As we'll see Tom defending from the inside attacking from the inside on generated towards turn number 1. We don't usually see a move through there as Marlon up front. This is the first battle that we've seen up front for quite a long time. And Marlon retakes the lead, but how much longer is Selly trying to get the switch back? Maximilian to the right as well. Could be 3 wide through turn number 4. As we got Speed 19 that is left the session. Hopefully we can get him back soon, but Selly leads the way so far. So Marlon, good opportunity to move, but Selly with the DRS had that advantage.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit elbows out right now in the top end of the field, and it's getting a little bit tasty now for that battle for P5 as well. Sweet Crown, Antonio, LT Rocker, all scrapping out for P5 right now as well.
Yeah, I'm liking this as well. This is a close battle all throughout the field, and that's what a short circuit of Austria does for you. It really does bring out the best in some people, or maybe even the worst in some people if they're not careful. As I think we can see, let's look at the battle for the lead. Is that going to change in towards turn number 3? I think Marlon knows that it's smart not to go for that one. And we got 3 wide almost. Antonio versus Trugger versus Valto is all going crazy here. I think this is the one we want to see right now. X doing a brilliant job so far. And I said X was doing a great job in France, and look what happened. They lost a few places, quite a lot. So, not going to say things too much as they head towards turn number 4, but they back off for now.
I mean, this is big right now. Obviously, Sweet Crown just breaking away from Antonio with that battling with LT Rocker. He's broken that 1 second window, and that's crucial. Antonio's lost the car on the curb.
He has lost the car on the curb. It's so easy to do around turn number 7 and 8, and he's in the gravel trap, so that's going to give him a lot of marbles on his tyres. Make sure you don't hit anyone, Antonio. But he's now dropped to the back of the field.
Yeah, absolute heartbreak for Antonio. What I was going to say, though, is that Sweet Crown able to break that 1 second is going to be so crucial for his race. Just because he won't be under constant threat. But now Antonio's gone around that gap. It's now 2 seconds. As J. Cole gets through on Walter. And up into P7 goes J. Cole.
Yep, he's doing a great job so far, but take that with a pinch of salt because every time I say good things about him, things go wrong. So again, I'm going to shut up for that one. Meanwhile, Marlon gets past Saleh up into the lead of this race. Is he going to be racing or ping pong? With Maximilian joining in the fight as well. J. Cole looks like he's going to gain another position down the inside in towards turn number 4. Brilliant stuff from the XL team as he's up into 6th on those mediums. So I wonder, Mike, are these softs starting to die quicker than we thought?
It does look that way, but normally the softs will generally be okay for another couple more laps after this, and then you start to see the mediums take over. But as it currently stands, I mean, you've got Sweet Crown closing in on the top 4, so that's an indicator of the mediums becoming the quicker tyre as well, with the lack of DRS for Sweet Crown. He is closing that gap despite not having DRS, so I think, yeah, I mean, the mediums are coming alive right now.
They are, and I think obviously they're going to be on the faster tyre at the end, so they could maybe stretch 2 medium stints potentially, or maybe even 2 soft stints if they can manage their tyres effectively. As Sele gets past Marlon for the lead, but I wonder Marlon is going to be smarter than that and trying to get past in towards turn number 4. We got some time penalties, Mike. We got Hooky that's got one. We got Funky Chicken that's got one. Antonio goes into the pit, which I assume is for front wing damage. But that will mean he'll get his first stop out the way. Hunky-dory, he can still get back into this race, so it's not over yet. As Frankie gets past BK, up into 11th. Malta gets past Speed Knighton, up into 15th spot. So Malta doing a great job there. And that's all the moves being made so far. But I wonder if the likes of Sele, Marlon, Maximilian, will they come in to the pits to get their first stops out of the way? We'll keep an eye on that. Doesn't look like it. Nobody is coming in. Nobody is budging. So it looks like they're going to stretch it for a bit while longer yet, Mike.
Yeah, I'm trying to predict what lap the top 4 will come into the pits off those softs, and I'm thinking that maybe they'll come in like lap 9, lap 10, thereabouts, and then go into a set of mediums, and maybe see what the weigh up what the softs were like compared to the mediums, and decide on the final stint. Because it can go either way, soft or mediums being used twice in this race. But Marlon now under a bit of pressure for the race lead as. Here goes the NSX driver around the outside, clean as you like, and it's already done before the break-in.
Yeah, nicely done before the break-in for Sele as he stays in at P1, Marlon in at P2. I think we saw some side-by-side with the likes of Maximilian, Justin, and Sweet Crown as well. So that is really great to see. And don't forget, points are won everywhere. So as long as you finish, you do get points unless you're outside the top 10 and it's your double points race, because if you're outside the top 10 and it's your double points race, you get 0 points, which is harsh, but it makes it more interesting and makes people work for those double points. No one's got the double points in Austria though, so we don't have to worry about that. So as long as you finish, you get points. As Primos into the pit lane, and the first driver might to get his first stop done out of the leading bunch as Marlon gets past Sele.
Yeah, Marlon back through into the race lead. Primo's putting on a fresh set of soft tyres as well, so he's going to be looking for a quick middle stint, and this could be ideal for him, trying to get himself through and up the order with a nice little undercut. As I just seen Shazoo Tom getting the move done on J. Cole in towards turn number 3. Big move there from Tom on J. Cole, trying to come through the field himself, and now they're on the back of LT Rocker.
Yeah, Tom doing a great job. A good recovery, but bearing in mind there are some drivers that pitted, but he has avoided quite a bit of the carnage so far. So let's hope that continues for him as well. The gap between Sweet Crown and Justin is closing quite significantly, but we're seeing a lot of the soft runners coming into the pit lane. That is Marlon in, Maximilian that is in, Justin is in as well. So those 3 drivers are probably going to go on some mediums. I'll be surprised. Oh, double stacking! Now, that's one thing I've got to mention. These teams don't know who their teammate is because it's multiplayer cards at the end of the day, F1 World cards. So we could have a situation like we saw here where they could be double stacking and you could lose a chunk of time from it.
Yeah, and not only that, with the one-shot qualifying as well, there's absolutely no way of telling who your teammate is, because usually in a short qualifying or a full qualifying, you can kind of figure out who you're sharing the pit garage with, but one shot, you ain't got a clue. So we just seen what's just happened there with Maximilian gonna fall well away from the fight that he was in, and maybe now he'll be in a fight with the likes of Sweet Crown, Shazoo Tom, LT Rocker, J. Cole, and that battle for what will now be P4.
Yep, P4 in this race so far. Malta, I think, is going to try and get past Sieb in towards turn number 6. I don't know why I said P6. It's turn number 6. It's late, okay? It's late. That's my excuse. By the way, our race leader is in. Our race leader is in the pit lane. So I wonder how that how that pit stop is going to work. So where is Say going to end up in relation to his rival? So we've got Marlon that's just pitted. BK in a net P2. Well, who hasn't pitted yet. We've got Say who's going to try and get past this traffic, which is going to be easier said than done. To the inside. He's not going to give up knowing how to fight, BK. He's going to be defending for his life through here in towards turn number 3, but with the better exit speed goes Selly, and I think he's going to get past BK.
Here comes Justin as well.
Here comes Justin from the ABS as well to the right-hand side. Almost being pushed wide off the circuit. Justin is in 7th, Mike.
Yeah, Justin had to get that move done. He could not stay behind BK in this middle sector and let what's called Marlon and Seri get up the road. He just couldn't do that.
No, he could not do that. I mean, you got to play smarter sometimes as well, and there's certain drivers that still yet to stop, like BK. And I mean, maybe they should have come in and pitted for another set of mediums just so they can be on the fresher rubber and then go on the softs to the end and play it safe, because they're just losing out on so much time currently, as J. Cole has got a 3-second time penalty. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers who have picked up penalties so far in this race.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how many of these guys can keep it clean on the track limits and avoid 3-second time penalties. Well, a circuit like this, where you're going to stay very close to the drivers with DRS, as J. Cole battling with Francie there for P3. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because obviously the more track warning and everything that you're going to get, it's going to be so much worse. As Marlon just sent it down the inside of J. Cole. What a move from Marlon.
That was a very brave move there, as we're seeing a driver who I thought was going to take the pit entry line as well. And I think we are seeing Frankie come in. Yes, Frankie is in. J. Cole is in as well. 3-second time penalty from Maximilian. But the battle we want to watch out for is Marlon and Selly now. Marlon is the lead. Selly's going to get a warning for that. That's definitely going to be a warning for that.
I've seen him do that on 2 occasions now, so I think that's 2 warnings he's picked up now.
Yeah, so 1 more warning, you get a penalty. Whereas, I think they should keep it like in real life. They get 2 warnings, then they get a black and white flag, then they get a penalty. Whereas here, it's 2 warnings and a penalty. It's just not realistic at all. But Primos, who's gone 4 lap tyres now, we know it's going to start to die soon versus Sweet Crown's new softs, as Sweet Crown gets past Sieb, who's been on those tyres since the very start of the race. Sweet Crown is up into 6th spot, and I wonder if he's got 2 softs to his name. If he's got 2 softs left, of course he must do, because he's got balance set up. And Primos up into 7th spot, so the soft one is coming through. More pit stops, Mike, and that is Tom coming in. Well, he had to come in at some point, and he's going to drop way down the order now.
Yeah, but obviously the benefit of pitting a little bit later in your early stints is that you'll have fresher tyres when everyone starts to die off towards the end of the middle stint. So I think that's the game that Tom is playing. He knows that it's a long race, so trying to optimise his strategy best as possible. A set of soft tyres there for Tom as well. And interesting, I'm just looking at the gap now between Maximilian and Sweet Crown. We mentioned that 3-second time penalty, and now that could come into play. Sweet Crown's almost within 3 seconds again.
Whoa, bring it on. It's going to be 3.1. I think it's going to be in the next few corners where he's going to do it. And that's really, I think, going to hurt Maximilian. It's going to hurt his chances of taking maybe P4 in this one as well. So if we get Marlon is leading, Sully in 2nd, but they're going to have a little bit of a switcheroo. I won't be surprised if we have a little bit more switcheroos very, very soon. And let me check about the update of the money. Still on £849. We are raising money for Special Effects, remember. Special Effect are a charity that transforms the lives of people with physical challenges right across the world through the innovative use of technology. As we got a yellow flag somewhere. Not quite sure who that is, but we'll jump to that person in a minute as IRT come into the box for their first stop, and they go on to softs.
Yep, absolutely. See into the pits, putting on a fresh set of rubber, and Tom getting through on LT Rocker for P7 as well. So Tom on those fresh softs now, starting to come through and starting to stake a claim to a top 5 challenge here.
Yep, he is trying at least to get a top 5 challenge, because he's got no penalties, of course. Funky Chicken getting past BK. We're almost hitting halfway into this race so far, which is quite crazy. And we've done quite a bit of this 24 hours already. Oh, no, Tom. No. I think these are moments, Mike, where I should shut up at some point.
I mean, I think we take 50-50 blame on that one. We won't put all the blame on you for that one.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to take the whole blame on that one. Wait, did Tom get another one?
That is definitely just an immediate 3-second time penalty. There's no way he's got 3 warnings that quick.
But how did he get that? Surely that one's got to get removed for sure and probably turn into a warning. Because that's a bit harsh, isn't it? As J. Cole and Cam Rules going for the move there. J. Cole on the softs, of course. He could try and get past Router for P10. In real life Formula 1, only top 10 score points. But in the 24 hours, as long as you finish, you get points. And it looks like at the moment, every single driver is going to score points as J. Cole goes round the right-hand side of Router. But Router sticks to the left and defends like a lion. He is the one who's going to defend like crazy to make sure J. Cole never gets past. I don't think J. Cole could be fighting too much for that penalty. Bearing in mind, some of these drivers have been up for quite a while and are starting to get a bit tired. As Matty Robbo in the chat saying, nice creative lines, Tom. I have to say, nice, interesting interpretations, but if you keep doing that, that's what's going to give you penalties.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an update on the gap. Sweet Crown is now within DRS range of Maximilian for P4, so he has absolutely been flying in this middle stint. Primoz has dropped away from Sweet Crown as well. Obviously, his tyres 4 laps older, so I believe they're starting to fall away from him now as he's falling back into Tom here.
Yeah, I think quite a few people will be falling back into Tom if they're not careful, and that will allow, I think, quite a lot of moves to be made in that one as well. And we could see our next pit stop forming in about, I would say, 3 or 4 laps time. So we will obviously, of course, keep an eye out on this strategy to unfold. And this is quite early on in the, well, late into the night for some of these guys as well. But it is an easy race for some people, but harder for others in terms of top speed. I believe everyone has done their first stop. Yes, everyone has done their first stop. Is Sele going to play a bit of DRS chicken and stay behind like we saw Tyker Hardy do earlier around Belgium, which I have to say was a very good strategy from Tyker Hardy earlier on. I can't remember when he's racing next. Tom, meanwhile, tries to get past Primoz in turn 3, and he does it. But Primoz is going to get a good run, it looks like, or is Tom going to have the better straight line speed? Tom's going to have the better straight line speed.
Yeah, I think just the pure grip on those fresher, softer tyres, allowing Tom just to get the traction that he needed to pull away enough to keep Primoz at bay there, and Tom up into P6 now.
Tom up into P6 on 4 lap of softs, yeah. I think I think looking at the difference, that's definitely why he's passed, and he's not going to give up without a fight on that one. About 3 tenths difference, which doesn't look a lot in hindsight, but new softs versus old mediums, that's a lot to be desired with. So, but Tom does have 6 seconds penalty now. I'm almost certain one of them's got to be removed because that's going to be harsh. Stewards, if you're listening, I think that. Oh, he's got another one.
Ooh.
He's on 9 seconds, Mike.
Yeah, and honestly, like if he's on 9 seconds, he must be on like if the second one was just an immediate 3 second, he's bound to have 6 seconds now. So he's got to work with that in mind. And I think all the drivers around will be looking at the time penalties and thinking, okay, we got a chance here, jumping up a couple of positions as long as we stay within touch.
Yeah, I think a lot of drivers have got to stay in touch throughout this one. And of course, no driver has picked their double points in Austria, I believe. I'm a bit surprised about that one. Are you?
I mean, it's a lot of drivers. One of their favourite tracks is it looks like Primoz has lost the car in the middle sector and he's falling down the order as well. Primoz, those tyres are falling off a cliff, and I think, yeah, he's into the pit lane, and the smart decision, I think his tyres are gone.
Yeah, his tyres have definitely gone there. And what he's going to do now is he's going to probably go on to me. If he would want to go on to the soft compound tyres, but he has no other choice now to go on to mediums unless, yeah, he's got to go onto the medium compound tyres. It's like Primos can read my mind, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Primo's fresh set of mediums now. Obviously, that spin would not have helped him in his efforts to try and get a top 10 finish in this race, because obviously the time lost in the spin and now in a bit of traffic behind BK is not going to aid him here in this final stint for him.
Nope, it's not. Oh, that was very tight between Primos and BK in towards turn 3. But could Primos have the edge here? I think he has on that fresher rubber. 7 lap old mediums versus 0 lap old mediums. It doesn't take the math to look up on who's going to win that one, is it?
Yeah, Primo's getting through DRS assisted as well. It was in his hands on the exit of turn 3, but looks like Sweet Crown has dropped behind Maximilian again. So these two trading positions, but the important thing for Sweet Crown, no penalty to his name.
No penalty to his name, and that could mean business. And usually in a league race, there are safety cars, but in the 24 hours of F1, there are no safety cars at all. Yellow flag. That, I believe, is Hooky. It is Hooky that spun round. If I was him, I would diving into the pit lane. I think he's only lost a few places, though, from it. But that could cost him a lot of time compared to his main rivals. Oh, no, don't hit the wall. He just about avoids the wall. That was close there.
Yeah, definitely from the spinning. He's overcooked his tyres and overcooked the brakes as well, from the looks of it there on the entry into the pits. And yeah, fresh set of tyres now on for Hooky. He can go to the end of the race and try and get some good points for ERT.
Yeah, indeed. And still more people to do their 2 stops. So you never know, he can fight back. But bearing in mind, ERT does have that penalty for Hooky so far. And we'll see if that can benefit. Oh, and that's a late lunge from Marlon to the inside, in towards turn number 4, before the braking zone. Nicely done. I think that caught Selly unawares there, as Marlon takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix.
Yeah, these two are absolutely battling it out for the race lead right now. I mean, if you're Justin, you're sat in behind, you're watching these two, and you're thinking, these two are going to cause each other to get warnings and everything. I just got to sit here, bide my time.
Yeah, I think everyone has got to bide their time at this stage as well. They've got to play it safe. They've got to play it smart towards the end, and knowing that they can... 25 points in this event is absolutely huge. And it means a lot by winning this one. A Sweet Crown comes in to the pit lane. So he's one of the early ones to make a stop then. So the question is where he's going to come out in relation to Primos. And that is a set of the medium tyres for... oh no, Franchi has left the session.
Heartbreak for Franchi.
Hopefully he's
Hopefully
PS5.
he get back in.
Hopefully he's PS5 so
yeah.
he can rejoin back.
Let's hope. I was looking at an absolute ding-dong battle between our race leaders of Marlon and Selly. They absolutely battling out tooth and nail, switchbacks galore in turn 3, and yeah, Marlon able to hold on to the lead, but this has turned into a real dogfight at the front end.
It is. It really is. I think NXX has been fighting for front positions for quite a while in this as well. So I think my call, it could be theirs to lose at this stage because they're on the attack. They have to play it smart. ABS as well as in this. And if any of those two make a mistake, ABS could be there to pounce. Maximilian, by the way, is coming to the pit. So he's jumped the gun before anyone. This could be huge. If I was Selly, if I was Marlon, I would come into the pit right now. You have to respond because otherwise you'll lose about 2 seconds per lap. And that is something that you do not want to do. These memes are going to be signed to die for this front two. Same with Justin as well. And you can see how quicker a fresh set of tyres is compared to an older set of tyres. That's the characteristics of this game, and that is something not to be underestimated here. So I think the top two will definitely have to come in very shortly.
Yeah, and we saw the undercut the Sweet Crown got on Maximilian in just one lap, and I believe the leaders now are starting to come into the pits as Sally in and Marlon's in, and yeah, Justin all in. But this is going to be interesting to see where Sweet Crown's going to feed out with them, because the gap, I believe, was around about 20 seconds, so it's going to be close.
It is going to be close, 20 seconds difference as well. And I think it was almost a double stack in there as well, so he might have lost a chunk of time. No, I think he's all right. I think he's all right there. So it might have just been from earlier, or maybe someone was a lap down. I don't know. Hopefully no one's a lap down, though.
Crown's there. He's in the train.
He's in the train, so he could be on the fight for the race win.
Yeah, he's managed to get himself ahead of Justin, but Justin's going to fight back and go around the outside of turn 3. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there, but both of them make it through unscathed, as I believe Justin's got the more ERS and DRS, and yeah, he just breezes past.
Yeah, he does breeze past. Brilliant stuff. So the softs being the more better tire at the moment, but Sweet Crown will probably be thinking, right, those softs don't last very long. I can come back at the end. So watch out for Sweet Crown. His race is not over, Mike.
Absolutely not. And Justin's going to be fuming as Marlon picks up a 3-second time penalty. How crucial will that be?
I think very crucial.
One thing I was going to say then, that little battle between Sweet Crown and Justin has knocked Justin out of DRS range, and that is not what he wanted, but that 3-second has given him a little bit of a buffer here.
That is interesting, and this is a track where you do not want to be out of DRS range, because the amount of switching you're going to get is absolutely crazy. So you just got to work for it. You really do. So lap 27 of 36 has we got Sieb that goes in into the pit lane. And what's he going to go on to? Softs. Well, no question about it, really. So who hasn't done their stops yet? BK, who's just come in. So everyone has done now. There's 2 stops.
Nathan.
Oh yeah, Nathan's just come in.
Yeah.
So he's coming as well. Not doing very well for this race. To be fair though, he has been racing for his 3rd hour so far, so fair play to him.
Oh, Justin! 3 seconds for Justin as well.
Oh my goodness, we keep talking about how well a driver does, and boom, they get a penalty.
Heartbreak, and Scorsese has managed to set the fastest lap, but the gap is around about 9/10 of a second between himself and Marlon.
Oh, he's going to get DRS from a lapped car.
Yeah, DRS, and that gap is not going to close now, and he might get a double dose of it down into the turn 4 here.
That's ERT, I think. That's Hooky. That's Hooky that's given, say, some DRS. And that's not going to please Marlon, because he would want the DRS to get past Selly on this lap. But maybe he knows something that we don't, Mike.
Maybe. Time will tell on that one. But lap 28 of 36. Selly leads away, Marlon in second, Justin in third. Both Marlon and Justin with time penalties to their name. And you got Sweet Crown on those mediums, just sitting there waiting for these softs to die off at the end of this race.
Yeah, he's probably thinking, it's coming, the gap is coming down. And I'm trying to remember, what team is Sweet Crown in? Sweet Crown is Relentless. So Relentless is definitely having better form in these last couple of races, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a couple of good results now for Relentless, especially in the middle part of this of the 24-hour event. And Tom with a new fastest lap, he's trying to make his way up the order as well. But 8.4 seconds a gap between him and Maximilian. I think, barring multiple time penalties now, I think that's probably as high as you'll get.
Yeah, I think that is high as you'll get at the moment, which will be a bit of a shame, unfortunately. But I want to see what Selly's warning is in P1, because he's surely close to be getting his first penalty. But if he does get a penalty, that could promote Sweet Crown up a few places. Maybe not, because of the gap. Scrap that.
Well, I mean, The thing is, if Selly was to pick up a 3-second time penalty, then Marlon would be more inclined to attack and battle, which obviously would slow the pair of them down, which would end up bringing Sweet Crown back into it. So, if it was to happen, there is benefits here for Sweet Crown if Selly does pick up a 3-second, because then it kind of equalizes the fight between Marlon and Selly.
Yep, it does. It really does. So, just imagine if most of that front lot will get the penalties. That will pretty much. That's pretty much going to even the playing field. So make sure you watch until the end of the Austrian Grand Prix as well. I can't wait for the standings to be figured out after 7 o'clock in the morning, because obviously we haven't touched them in a while. How that's going to change things quite a bit. It is going to be, I think, interesting to say the least, as Marlon gets some interesting speed from. I'm starting to lose my voice here because of commentating late at night. That is a sign that I definitely need a rest after this race.
Yeah, you're gonna have a nice rest now after this race. As
2 hours.
I mean, it's enough time to have some tea with a bit of honey in.
Yeah, I'm scared to have a nap, because if I have a nap, I'll probably end up sleeping for too long. But there we go.
Marlon backing out of going for a move into turn 3 there, and
Oh, Primoz 5-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane.
outbreak there for Primoz. That is definitely going to drop him down the order even further. J. Cole having a very good race at the moment.
Oh, you said it now.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Yes.
J. Cole having a good race, currently up in P8. Has Walter on the back of him, and obviously Sieb as well. Nice freeway battle. Of course, time penalties, it will promote Sieb up 2 places, but every single point matters, and everyone's going to have their elbows out for the fullest in the final 5 laps.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the slowest 5 laps of people's lives as it's gone so far.
Well, I am, quite proud of all the drivers so far that haven't picked up a time penalty.
So that is Silly, Sweet Crown, Chocker, as Justin has got past Sweet Crown for P3. BK's got no penalty as well. Camrul, Sieb. To be honest, if I was racing, I would have got a penalty by now.
I would have spun by now.
You would have DNF by now.
I mean, the wall is a very attractive prospect enough. I do enjoy him.
It is a charity event, so to be honest, if you retire from a charity event and you're having a bit of fun whilst you're doing it, then fair play. But sometimes people don't want to do that. As we got a battle. Oh my goodness. That was a late move from Primoz there, as he wants to get involved with the J. Cole versus Valter versus Sieb battle.
And down at turn 4, and Primoz late braking, trying to get a move down to J. Cole. Almost going to the back of Walter there, but he's able to make it work, and you have the outside now for turn 6, 7.
And Primoz up into 9th place, so he is back in this. He has got a bit of marbles again on the gravel trap, because he has picked up a little bit, so I am keeping refreshing the page, by the way, to see how many we get. The Just Giving page. Still on 849. So unfortunately, we're not quite going to reach the £1,000 goal that we want to, A, get Richie to sing when he's commentating at Monaco. As Primoz gets past Sieb up into 8th spot. To the inside he goes. Nicely does it. Primoz up into 8th now. He is trying to catch quite rapidly as we are about to start lap 34 of 36. 3 laps to go of this Austrian Grand Prix.
Yeah, 3 laps to go. I think Primoz now is going to be eyeing that fastest lap as well. Now he's got a bit of clear air, he can try and push for it. And honestly, I was saying that, and then I just clocked it. He's flashing red on the back of of his cars. I was on board with Seabear, Sweet Crown and Justin trade positions once again on the run up in towards turn number 3. Sweet Crown back in position, and 9 tenths is the gap, and it is closing between Sweet Crown and Marlon. So that P2 is not safe for Marlon.
No, it's not safe at all due to his penalty. I will get the... I was going to get the penalties, but I'm like, no. I'm not getting the penalties.
Suspense.
Yeah, keep the suspense going for a little bit longer, I think. Do you think we'll see more penalties in Imola coming up next?
I don't think we'll see more in terms of the amount of drivers getting them, but I think we'll definitely see a fair few penalties that do pop out.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think so too. Lap 35 of 36 won the penultimate lap of this race. Even though Marlon has got that 3-second penalty, the win on track is still in reach for the NLR driver, who's going to get another good result. Their livery does look very good, by the way, as they head towards turn number 3. Hooky, another penalty. Oh, no.
It's not a good day for Hooky, unfortunately. Good consistent driver, but it does happen every now and again. Just one of these races where the penalties accumulate.
Yeah, and sometimes it's when you overdo it at times as well, like I did in Kota last week, where I got like 16 seconds of penalties. Which never happens, but it was a bit of fun. It was a social race at the end of the day. As a yellow flag, that is Hooky. He's lost a bit of his end plate. Don't go the wrong way. Oh, he is going the right way. It's all good. I thought that was a different part of the circuit then. As we're on the final lap of this Austrian Grand Prix. This has been really great so far. A busy start. Middle-y has been a bit quiet, but the end is going to get very spicy indeed.
Yeah, going to get spicy. Sweet Crown with DRS. Needs to get through on Justin again. And now we got Marlon overtaking Selly for the race lead out on track. If these guys battle, it's going to bring Sweet Crown into it in terms of the 3-second time penalty. And that's exactly what Sweet Crown wants.
Yeah. And it's going to be tight, I think. But it depends on how much penalties they've got. As Marlon is ahead on track, I don't think Sally had to fight for that, to be honest.
I think Sally's playing it smart now. He knows he's got the win, yeah.
He knows he's got the dub, as long as he doesn't get a penalty himself. So Marlon and Sally past turn 7. Walter gets past Jacob, so we'll follow that battle in just a moment. But Marlon's going to come across the line on track in first. But it is Sally who wins in Austria for race number 14. Sweet Crown in 3rd, Justin in 4th, Maximilian in 5th. Where is Tom going to come out? I think he's going to come out in 7th. Actually, no, it may be... You may be still 6th. You don't know. But yet another good race so far.
Yeah, another great race. Not filled with incidents, because usually when it comes to this time of night, it usually does get a little bit too draining.
Just wait until 5 in the morning around the random track.
Well, we'll have to see what random track it is first. I think certain ones will keep the drivers alert, shall we say.
Monaco.
Well, I mean, believe Hungary is one of them, isn't it?
Monaco's not one of the random tracks. I'm sorry. Monaco, we got the penultimate round. Hungary is one of the tracks on the wheel. That reminds me, I still got to send you the wheel ready for the 5 a.m. one. I'll need to do that at some point before I head off for my nap. Typical when I struggled for a nap earlier. And now I definitely need one now. But anyway, brilliant job from NXX once again to take the win. I think someone like DNF'd or something that left the session, so we may need to put them back. But that is your order. Sally, Marlon, Sweet Crown, Justin, Tom, Trocker, Sieb, Camels, Walter, Jacob, Primos, Malta, Becky, Antonio, Funky Chicken, Jendrick, Maximilian, Speed Knighton, Frankie, and Hooky. Everyone has finished the race, ladies and gentlemen. It took 14 races, but we did it.
It finally happened, and I'm glad it was for me being on my first stint in comms.
Yeah, a good way to start your first stint in comms. But I, unfortunately, Mike, gonna have to leave you, and you'll be joined by two lovely commentators. You've got, I believe, Jota and Omi joining you for the next couple of hours. So it is Imola for the next round. Then we got Random, which will take us through to around about 6 o'clock. So are you looking forward to those? What track do you want it to be? Obviously you like guitar, but do you like anything else?
I wouldn't mind Zandvoort.
Zandvoort's a lovely track on this game, and it is lovely to drive. Probably because the traction's better. But anyway, we're gonna pass you back to the overlay screen for whilst we get the next lobby set up. We may need a new host, but we will sort that out in due course. But thanks for watching. I'll be back around 6:24. I think it's Canada and Miami with Omi and Carmen to this. So enjoy Mike's company for the next couple of hours, and I'll see you in 2 hours. Take care. Welcome along to the 24 hours of F1.
We're currently taking a short break to get the next lobby set up.
In the meantime, why not check out our Just Giving page and donate to our chosen charity, Special Effect.
The team at Special Effect offer great technological solutions to help those with physical challenges all across the world.
And anything you give will help transform a person's life with bespoke setups thanks to the teams of occupational therapists and gaming specialists.
We're aiming to raise £1,000 for this event, so if you can, any amount big or small, please give today.
Thank you for your support.